no. I don't want a vertical stream anymore. I don't know how to do it. I'm so sad. Oh my God. Hi, guys. Good morning. Damn it. I really did not want. Isn't there a way I can change it? I don't want. So annoying. Let me see something.
Very easy. All you have to do is hit the app, plus mark. Over here, you'll see orientation.
Wait, is there a way I can do it? I don't see it. Hi, guys. How are you? Good morning. God, why does my voice sound like that? Well, I think this is the first time I've actually said anything out loud or spoken out loud. How do I change the freaking thing? Let me see. No. What's that? Nope. That's definitely not what we're trying to do. Oh my God. I don't know how to freaking make it horizontal. I am like losing my mind. You know why I don't want it to be horizontal? Because a bunch of weird guys come in here, and then it's like I get all of these subscribers that are just a bunch of perverted dudes, and I can't get rid of them. And my what's up, Shannon? What's up, Lori? What's up, Undeniable Tarot? And my ratio for women on my channel was 80% women, and 20% dudes. And now it's almost 50-50. And I'm like, absolutely not. So I am trying to figure out how to stream horizontal on my freaking phone. Oh my God. How do I do it? Okay. How are you guys doing this morning? Let me grab my coffee. See if we can turn that light a bit so you guys can see this tired face. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? Okay, yes, please. So over the perverts. I know, me too. I'm going to see if there's a way that I can do this, because I cannot do it with these freaking dudes. I don't have that button. Why? I'm just going to die. I don't have this button. I'm like looking at tutorials to try to figure out how to make it horizontal. I do not want a single other male subscriber on my channel. Like, I just don't want it. Oh my God, they are freaking terrible. Why do I not have that button? Anyway, I don't know what's going on. Is that a cat or a wolf on the mug? It's a pug. It's a dog. It's just a pug. It's a pug dog. Well, I guess we're going to have to suffer one more day. Ugh. I really don't want it. I really don't. You know what? My ex had literally told me to start doing vertical live streams. And so I was like, okay, like, why not, right? Biggest mistake. Such a mistake. Should have never done it. Should have never done it. I'm totally regretting it now. Oh my God. Ugh. I don't know how to get these men out of here. I wish there was a way that you could make it so that only women could find your channel. You know what I'm saying? Not that some men aren't welcome on my channel, but like, this is ridiculous. Like, these guys that come in here are so gross. Is it really not going to let me do it? What is that? Nope, that's not it. Nope, don't want to filter. Okay. All right. God. Was this women only? Yes. Yes, this is a women's only club. Just kidding. Guys that want to evolve and are smart, absolutely. Men that are incels and lustful and disgusting, no, you're not allowed here. Okay. So if you've done your shadow work, if you got it together, you're absolutely welcome here. If not, then you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Well, guys, I guess we're just going to have to deal with one more day of vertical streams. I'll figure it out tonight when I do my research. But I guess this is just what it is for now. Okay. So anyway, I hope my mic is picking up okay. Okay. Cool. I'm a good one. Don't worry. I'm a nice guy. All right. Time will tell, Brad. Cheers. Mira, it's so nice to see you. What's up, Nicole? I'm not gay. Okay. So I'm thinking at this point, in order to get my female following back, because when I tell you I looked yesterday and I gasped out loud after doing these vertical streams and seeing how many men had subscribed to me, I was sick. Okay. Not that men are not allowed on my channel, but it's the quality that come in here that are just nasty and perverted, and you can tell they're incels. You can tell that they just get off on like degrading women online. And it's like, yeah, you definitely jerk off with Cheeto dust on your hands. Like, I'm definitely convinced. And I just do not want it on my channel. And so I'm like, okay, well, maybe I just need to start making some beauty videos or something to get my female following back, because good God, I cannot do it. What's up, Candy? Woman present, thank God. Invite all of your women friends, please. Please. What's up, Aubrey? But you know what? I don't think that the incels are up yet. I think they're still sleeping in their mom's basements right now. So I think that we're kind of okay, maybe for another hour, maybe 2 if we're lucky. But I am mortified. I'm absolutely mortified. When I tell you, bitch, I looked at my audience analytics, and the way that it said 44% men, I was clutching my pearls. Bitch, I was clutching my pearls. I can't. They're all working on the Cheetos. I'm sorry you had to deal with all that. Thank you, Brad. What do I do in my free time? I write. That is what I do in my free time. All right. Lovely nails. Thank you, sir. So let's see. Today, we're obviously going to be taking a look at, are we doing what you don't see coming? Is that, yeah, what you don't see coming. We're going to be doing What You Don't See Coming, okay? And this is going to be for this weekend, which is the 5th through the 7th, okay? So the 5th through the 7th. And this is what you don't see coming. You can check for any of your placements. If you guys do want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can head on over to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis and you can book there. If you book within the next couple of minutes, you can get 20% off your reading. So go ahead and do that. The link is right there. It's the pinned comment in the chat box. Okay. Look at that calendar all filled up now. Oh no, honey, these are just transits. I don't keep a calendar. I need to keep a calendar, but I don't keep a calendar. Okay. So, also you guys, something that I'm offering, I am offering the Gemini full moon tarot and astrology readings, on my, is it on my website? No, it's on Hipsy. Okay. So that is good until Saturday. Okay. So I'm offering that until Saturday. Go ahead and grab yours. And for all of the rest, that's pretty much it. What's up, Faye? What's up, Love Apples? What's up, I Wander? Yeah, today we have Venus sextile Pluto still, so I like that. I have to have a calendar. I'm my own greatest assistant, okay? All right. So now this is my time to ask you, what do you guys want to start with? What sign? Maybe you should make videos about your writing. Well, I have a channel called Where Dead Flowers Bloom, and that's my writing channel. But people don't come here to listen to poetry, right? They come here for tarot. So I don't want to turn people off to my channel because they're not looking for that, you know. My writing channel is advertised on my main YouTube tarot channel, like it's right there, right? So I figure if people want to see that, they can go see that. But I'm more active on my writing Instagram than I really am my YouTube channel, my writing YouTube channel. All right, let's see who won. So Candy says Virgo. Okay. Start anywhere. I'm going to be nosy in all of it. Thanks, San. I love that channel. Thank you, Aubrey. Because I'm Gemini rising. It's either Aquarius or Pisces as far as February sign. So we're going to start with Virgo today. All right. Maybe I should go ahead and move this nasty brush. I'm glad you went to Harry Potter. Ma'am, I lived my childhood dream. 10 out of 10. Absolutely loved it. Floored. Loved it. Incredible. In an alternate universe, I'm here to tell you that I am of House Slytherin and I am living my Slytherin dreams. You know, and I am a witch and I have a wand and life is good. Do I really not have? God, this freaking junk drawer. I am the most disorganized Virgo that I have ever known. Here it is. Jesus. There we go. Start with Virgo. J.K. Rowling is an amazing writer. Yes, she absolutely is. I think I'm Ravenclaw. I think that I think I have the mind of a Ravenclaw, but I think my core is Slytherin. Slytherins are incredibly determined to accomplish what they set out to accomplish. Sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better. But I think you know what it makes me feel like? It makes me feel like Gryffindor are the fire signs. I think Gryffindor is the fire signs. I think Ravenclaw are the air signs. I think that Slytherin are the earth signs. And I think that Hufflepuff are the water signs. That's my opinion. So because I am a quadruple earth sign, I would think that I think that I'm more of a Slytherin. But I think I would be a good Slytherin. I think I'd be like a somebody who has the heart of Snape. Do you see how hard Snape loved oh my God, where am I? Lily. How hardcore he loved her, and he was willing to sacrifice himself. You know, well, I don't want to give away too much. He was willing to sacrifice himself for her son and all of these things. And, you know, he was very much the scapegoat in a lot of ways. And I definitely find myself like that. I find myself very much the scapegoat, or where people project certain things onto me, you know, having to be a little bit more secretive and guarded, but having that really mushy, like lover girl heart on the inside, which I think was what Snape was like. I don't know. I just really resonate with that. I think you're right. I'm an Earth Stellium. Snape is a hero. Always. I'm getting that tattoo. That is the tattoo I want to get, of the triangle of the Deathly Hollows, and then write always on the bottom. Ugh, I love him. Yeah, Snape is that guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Snape is my favorite character as well. A Virgo trait, in my opinion. Virgos, I think when they're in love, they show up a little bit more critical, but not because they're trying to be mean. I think that Virgos show up critical in their relationships because they're trying to help the person that they love do better. So they can come off as a little judgmental, but a lot of the times they mean well. I'm a Virgo, and I'm kind of like that, but I dated a Virgo guy that was really like, yeah, he was younger. He was like 5 years younger than me. He was like 28, and he was very critical of me. A lot of it was so that I would stop drinking and I would be better. And I felt very offended, but like, honestly, it wasn't what he said. It was like how he said it, or it was, you know, he was right though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may not like what a Virgo has to say, but 9 times out of 10, they're usually right about it. So it's like, take it how you want, you know? Oh my goodness. Oh, I love you too, Aubrey. I'm a Virgo moon. I learned to deliver my point better with age. You know, I'm still trying to figure it out. I find that I always have to like cushion what I say to people, because people tend to take to heart, or tend to be very offended by me. So I've found that I have to and maybe just because I'm a woman, you know, a man and a woman, I think, can say the same thing in the exact same way. And I think women are more judged for it. You know, God forbid a woman is a little assertive. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here come the male straights. Oh God, help me. Oh God. All right, so let's go ahead and start with Virgo, you guys. We're gonna see what you don't see coming for this weekend. Also, you guys, if you don't know, you're like, oh God, I don't know, like which sign should I watch for? What you can do, a good little trick that I tell my clients, or tell you guys that watch, is you can get a super chat, and you can ask, what sign should I watch for? And I can pull a card for you, and that will tell you which sign is for you, okay? And which sign you should watch. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm September 21st. I'm on the cusp of Libra. I believe in cusps. Not all astrologers do. I'm a new student hearing you first time. Cool. A student of English? God help me. I really wish men could change my mind. Like, I really do. I really, really wish men could change my perspective of them. It is so hard, though. Ed exists. That's true. I love Ed. You know, I do. I love Ed, but it's so far and few in between. It's, you know, there's just not, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the bar is in hell. The bar is so low. The standard is so low. Not talking about Ed, obviously. Ed is everything. Okay. All right. So yeah, you can't fix stupid, right? All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at Virgo. Virgo, let's go ahead and see what you don't see coming for this week. Okay. And keep in mind, you guys, what you don't see coming isn't always bad stuff. It can be good stuff too. So Virgo, let's just go ahead and check in on your energy first. The star reversed in your energy, Virgo. The Knight of Cups for what you don't see coming. See how you're responding to this is the Knight of Swords. Oh, maybe a little combative. The star reverse can be where we've lost hope with something, someone, you know, we're a little drained of life, I think. And we're just kind of like, you know, there's got to be something more than this. And I kind of am wondering if that's where you're at. I see the Knight of Cups, somebody coming through. It definitely can be love. I mean, I think that we're having a grand water trine this weekend. So, I mean, you know, that can be something that's really positive for you, and it doesn't involve your ruler, Mercury. There's a trine between Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn. So, and maybe it's something that can last a really long time. You're responding with questions, which, you know, I would expect that from you, right? So for your energy, we have the Star reversed, the Seven of Wands reversed, and the Five of Cups reversed. Okay, well, I mean, the good thing is that the Five of Cups is reversed, okay? And well, this didn't just happen out of thin air. There's definitely something that has changed your perspective on the future. What is available to you and what is not. Something has maybe caused you to lose some hope in a certain direction. And you're at this point where you don't even really want to maintain it anymore. You may be feeling you like your back is against a wall, or there may be some level of intimidation that you're feeling, or just feeling like you can't hack it in a certain area of your life. I like that the Five of Cups reversed is here because it tells me that you're not just moping around about your situation. I do think that you're going to do something about it, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't come without its trials, okay? There may be some level of forgiveness between you and another person with that Five of Cups reversed, but at the same time, I don't know, with that Seven of Wands reversed, it's like, I feel like your defenses are kind of down. Not because you're stupid, but just because you're tired. And I'm not saying that this is what is happening, but it reminds me of, like, I used to date this guy who was like kind of a narcissist, and I would be so tired. I used to be a bartender, and I would be, you know, I wouldn't get off of work, or I wouldn't get home till like 4 a.m. And he would like argue with me because I was, you know, cleaning up the bar at 4 a.m. And like, he would be, you know, whatever. He just wanted to start an argument with me. He just wanted to wear me out. And he would just argue with me until I finally gave in to whatever it is that he wanted or said. It kind of like reminds me of that, where you're just like giving in to something because you're so tired. Okay. What you don't see coming, the Nine of Wands reversed, the Temperance. Well, you can have somebody who tries to, you know, they're the people who try to break your defenses through like arguing or belittling you or degrading you. And then you have the people who break down your defenses, or let's say melt your defenses. And this can come through love, appreciation, guidance, care. The Knight of Cups will kind of sweep you off your feet. You know, it's something that really melts you. It's something that makes you feel very comfortable and loved and understood and cherished. And it seems like there's somebody coming in. Maybe it's you already have a spouse, maybe it's them, maybe it's somebody new, maybe it's somebody you know from the past. But whatever the case is, that Nine of Wands reverse tells me that the reason why your defenses actually may be down is because this person has their defenses down. This is somebody who doesn't really seem to be guarded. They don't have an ego about them. You know, they're just genuinely trying to care and love you or whatever it is. And the Temperance there tells me that maybe they're trying to create something of substance. This person is incredibly patient, which I think is making you feel even more comfortable, right? You know, like let's say that you're going out this weekend or something and somebody tries to hit on you. And instead of trying to make you feel pressured into talking to them, they just are very patient and respectful. And, oh, like, you know, they go by your pace is kind of what I'm getting. It can be something creatively as well. So the way that you're responding to this, ooh, okay. Oh, I love it. So it looks like maybe a reconciliation with that Knight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Judgment. You seem to want to work with somebody on something, but that doesn't mean that you don't have questions. I think that you have a lot of questions. I think that you are being quite penetrating, especially mentally. Because I think that you don't trust things. I think that you have lost faith. I don't know in what or who, humanity, the world, your dreams and goals, whatever it is. And so I think that you're a bit skeptical, but I think that you're going about it in the right way with that Knight of Swords there. And the Three of Pentacles is in the upright. The Judgment is in the upright. And so there may be a collaboration that's coming this weekend that may expand your horizons on in regards to what is possible. The Judgment is like the call, right? It's the call, and it's a higher calling. It's something in regards to your higher purpose. And there can be a situation or a person that comes in that encourages you to explore that. Your dreams need a practical plan, but it's in reverse. Going forward, don't dwell on the past, but focus on creating a brighter future. Okay. And then you have Cancer reversed. Okay. So for this card to be reversed, your dreams need a practical plan reversed. It makes me feel like it's more about the dream. Like right now, I feel like you need to focus on the fantasy and the possibilities of something. It doesn't mean don't make a plan and like execute it or whatever, but it's asking you to dream right now, you know? And I think that that is what is going to help you a little bit instead of just feeling like, you know what I mean? Like, I was watching Fierce Tarot the other day, and I heard her say, she was like something like, "Stop being so pessimistic." You know, who's saying that you can't do this thing? Who's saying that? You know, it was something like imagine, for instance, like imagine you want to be an actor or something like that, or an actress or whatever, and you're like, oh no, that's not practical, like that's really stupid, I'm not going to do that. And it's like, but who's to say, right? Like, why don't you do it? Why don't you try to do it? Because you have no idea where it could take you. But this Cancer reverse energy may be making you feel super maybe overly protective of yourself, wanting to kind of stay in your comfort zone a little bit, and maybe you're needing to venture out of that. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you. Okay. You're welcome, Candy. I'm sorry about the guys in here, ladies. I'm really sorry. I know that they can be just really annoying. I knew you were there, Violetta. Wait, what? I knew you were there, Violetta. Wait, what do you mean? All right, so now we're going to move on to Libra. Oh yeah, Aubrey, I saw you in there. Yeah, I haven't watched her I haven't watched her in a while because she hasn't been on, but I miss watching you eat salad live. I'm gonna get myself a snack. Me? Wait, when did I eat salad live? Well, that doesn't really surprise me. Taurus moon, Taurus rising, guys. Yeah, she's really good. All right, let's see. So Libra, let's go ahead and see what you don't see coming for this weekend. Ooh, the Emperor is your energy. So you guys are showing up as masculine. What you don't see coming is the Page of Wands reverse. I don't have time for that. Okay. I don't have time for that. Small stuff. I don't have time for that shit. How you're reacting to this, the Queen of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, I don't have time for it. You're being very critical of something or someone here, I think. Okay. You're pretty about your business this weekend. I think that you have a lot of projects or a lot of responsibilities, maybe just entirely, but certainly this weekend. And that seems to be where your focus is. I think that you may be getting somebody that's trying to maybe manipulate you or deliver some kind of bad news. And I think that you're choosing not to associate with this person maybe, or give into it. Tell me about that Emperor. The Four of Cups reversed, the Three of Cups reversed. Oh, wow. Yeah, I feel like there's some kind of drama you're just not interested in. You are pretty, detached from anybody who may come into your life and try to sour your efforts, or anybody who may try to pull you into things that are beneath you, just quite frankly. Because you're of this notion of I cannot allow any kind of petty drama or toxic people or negative energy to penetrate mine, because there are things that I'm wanting to accomplish, and I want to make sure that I execute said things. Because the Emperor has responsibilities. The Emperor has people that rely on him or her. They're not gender specific, and is not going to allow themselves to associate with things that are going to waste their time or stop them from obtaining what it is that they want. So I think that you are, I don't want to say you're isolating, but you are separating yourself from people, places, things that are of a lower vibration, or that are going to get in the way of what it is that you're wanting to acquire. Ugh. Oh, okay. There's a lot of people here. There's something about a lot of people. Okay. There's something about a lot of people in your life right now. The Page of Wands reversed, the King of Wands reversed, and the King of Swords. I think that somebody is delivering a message to you about another person. I feel like there's somebody here who is in their ego about you. And why is that? the Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of court cards here, which is indicative of a lot of people, in my opinion. And I think that you are really putting in an effort towards your goals. Maybe you're having a new start. Maybe you're starting a new business, whatever it is. And I feel like there's somebody here who's in their ego about it or has something to say about it. Like, for instance, let's say that you are very determined to live a healthy lifestyle and work out and go to the gym and meal prep and read and meditate, right? And then maybe you have an ex or a current partner or something, God forbid, that is jealous of that or that is feeling some kind of way about it, right? And it's usually due to their own insecurities. Somebody who is bullying you a little bit about it. Like maybe you work out really hard, you come home and your spouse is like, huh, is that what you wore to the gym? Or just trying to discourage you. But I feel like there's something going on behind your back, if I'm going to be honest with you, because that King of Swords makes me feel like there's somebody here, a masculine figure who's very intelligent, very smart, could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, doesn't have to be, but somebody who is letting you in and giving you a perspective on somebody who's trying to discourage you. I don't think it's really, I don't want to say it's not affecting you, but I think that you're so determined, it's going to be very hard for anyone to really knock you off your path. The way that you're responding to this, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the 10 of Cups, and the Fool. Okay. To be honest with you, I think it is making you feel some kind of way. I think it is triggering some kind of insecurity, but I don't think you're going to put the energy into the thing that's making you feel that way. So, for instance, you're going live, you have a lot of, shitty perverted dudes that are coming into your live and they are trying to make you feel bad about yourself, right? And then you're like, okay, well, whatever, right? And so then you focus on the people that actually make you feel good. You start reading the comments that are making you feel good, or you focus on your family and where you know that there's unconditional love. And I think that's what you're doing. So you're not really giving focus. I mean, I'm not saying it's not affecting you. It may be a little bit with that Queen of Pentacles reversed, but you're giving more focus to the people that deserve it, not the people that don't. And I think that for you, with that Fool energy there, you seem to be trying something new. To me, I feel like the Fool is the little bit of a rebel, of somebody who takes the less traveled path, and doesn't really give a shit what anybody thinks. And I think that's the mentality that you're taking on. You have look at the bigger picture. I feel like you're doing that anyway. And then you have turn the page, embrace new chapters with curiosity. I think that's what you're doing with that Fool there. Openness paves the path to wisdom. And then you have mutable reversed. Well, mutable is about surrendering and kind of like going with the flow. But sometimes mutable energy can be like in its shadow self. So if I'm getting the mutable energy reversed, the shadow side of like mutable signs is they can be too conforming. They can go with the flow too much to the point of being very passive. And so I feel like for you, you're already doing the things that I'm going to tell you to do, like, especially with the Emperor in your energy, the Fool here, all of it. Like, you're already doing what the cards are advising you to do. So Libra, I'm not too worried about you this weekend. I don't think you're allowing something to trip you up. And I think that's exactly the test, because I think that you're so focused on legacy or what the bigger picture is that it's not really bothering you, because you know who you are. Okay. That's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you. Oh my God. 'Cause, 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 'cause Yes, yes, I'm fine. Yeah, no, Candy, I'm totally fine. It's just, all right. Let's go ahead and move on. Ladies, I'm really sorry about some of the guys in the chat. I really, really am. I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out how to go live horizontal today for anybody that just joined, because the vertical streams bring a lot of like weird dudes in here. And so I tried to figure out how to do the horizontal one, but it just wasn't working today. So I will make sure to figure that out before I go live again. Okay, I'm really sorry to my ladies in here. Okay. Hi, Violetta. Melanie from Hawaii. Oh my God, Melanie! Just got your recording the other day. You were on point getting on a plane tonight. No way. Oh my God. Oh, good for you. That makes me so happy. Thank you for the good review as well. I appreciate that so much. I think you did. And I think that was you. But I'm so happy for you. That's really, really great. I know, to be from Hawaii, right? All right. So let's move on. Let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, let's see what you have going on. You have Mercury in your sign right now. Venus left. Let's see. Oops, wrong cards. Ooh, the sun. Okay. The sun is in your energy. The Five of Pentacles for what you don't see coming. How you're responding to this is the Seven of Cups reverse. I mean, predominantly you seem to be pretty happy, right? I think that you're focusing on entrepreneurship, and you're very sure of who you are, of what you want. It's pretty hard to bring you down this weekend, I think, especially with that grand trine, the focal point happening in your sign, Mercury. There can be like maybe an unexpected bill that comes up. There can be like an unexpected block, if I'm going to be honest, from somebody. Okay, so somebody could like unexpectedly block you, or there can be a bill that comes in or whatever. I think that you'll be fine, right? But the way that you're reacting from it is the Seven of Cups reverse. So you're like, okay, well, clearly I have to make a choice from reality, right? And so you're kind of having a reality check a little bit. So let's see what that sun is. The Five of Wands, the Ten of Wands. I don't see the Five of Wands as drama necessarily. So Sun, Five of Wands, Ten of Wands. I think that what you're doing is brainstorming. It feels like brainstorming. Like, for instance, let's say that you are a very creative person. Okay, let's say you're a creative person and you're like, oh my God, I have so many great ideas. Maybe I can design t-shirts or something, and then I can make my own spread shop store or my own Shopify store, and maybe I can make paintings and sell them on Etsy, or like there's something going on. Maybe it's business ideas. There's something going on where you're really excited and you're brainstorming about the possibilities of said idea or your creative abilities. And I think that you have a lot on your plate, but I don't think you're biting off more than you can chew. I think that you're able to handle the responsibilities that you are accepting for yourself. And I think that you're doing them really well. I do want to see that Five of Wands, the Justice reverse. So you're having a hard time making a decision on what it is that you're wanting to do specifically, okay, or how you're wanting to do something. Maybe you're making a short film or something like that. You're super excited about it, but you're trying to figure out certain camera angles or how you want the movie to actually end, or whatever it is. But you are of the notion, like, you're so excited about whatever this is that you're doing or creating or expressing, that you totally have faith that in the end, this is all going to work out. You're just kind of trying to figure out like the right way to do something. Also, I kind of feel like for some of you, if this is external drama a little bit, I think that you're so kind of self-focused that people may have something to say about it or be a little upset. Just because I think about the sun, and that's Leo, and that can be about the self, right? It's what I want, me, right? Nothing wrong with Leos, but it is a little bit about me. However, the 10 of Wands is not. The 10 of Wands is when we are taking on responsibilities that aren't even our own. It's not just for ourselves, it's also for others. And so if people have something to say about it, or maybe you're spending a lot of time at work or whatever, like you feel like it's for a good cause. And the 5 of Wands isn't that big of a deal. It's like something that just kind of comes and then it goes. It's like a fly at a barbecue. The 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, and the Empress reversed for what you don't see coming. Ooh. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you, Scorpio. There can be somebody who is, I heard that, okay, somebody may be hospitalized. Why did I say it like that? Hospitalized? Why does that word sound weird? There may be somebody who has to go to the hospital, or somebody who may get sick. It could be like a mother figure or a grandmother or something like that. That was the first thing that I heard. So I have to say it. For others of you, there can be a feminine energy here who is separating themselves from you. They could kind of block you out of nowhere. They could kind of go into hiding or go into healing a little bit because of some level of insecurity that they may be having, or it's like they're not really feeling themselves. They're kind of in this like cocoon phase, whomever this is, but you're not going to expect it. And this doesn't have to be super dramatic. For instance, like let's say that you want to go on a date with somebody this weekend and you're all excited about it. And then the person is like, hey, I'm really not feeling good. I can't make it. It can be something like that. And you're like, oh, okay, well, all right, that's fine. No big deal, I guess, right? Maybe you end up bringing them chicken noodle soup with that 10 of Wands, whatever it is. Why the Empress reversed? The 6 of Pentacles reversed. Ooh. For some of you, it can be that you're needing to pay a bill. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. It can be that you're needing to pay a bill, and some kind of plan that you have. You may not be able to do it quite yet because of this expense. Okay, I'm not going to lie. For others of you, it can be that somebody in your life does exit your life. I'm not saying forever, but they're feeling abandoned, or they're feeling like you're not really paying attention to them. And so it's making them feel some kind of way, right? And so they're not really feeling valued. So they may be kind of pulling their energy back, if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. The 7 of Cups reversed with the Wheel of Fortune reversed and the 3 of Wands for how you're responding to this. Can you explain that Wheel of Fortune? The Queen of Cups. Oh, okay. It's kind of giving that energy of now what? Because I think that you are getting a reality check about a situation, especially a repetitive situation that has some level of emotional involvement intertwined in it. And you're like, oh, okay, like this is a repetitive cycle, or maybe it's about a person. This person is doing this all the time, or you may be getting a reality check, and because you're craving some kind of emotional intimacy or connection, you may try to control the situation. Like you may try to kind of push something or force something. Like definitely be cautious of that, because I think it's going to backfire. So don't do that. But I do like that the 3 of Wands is there, because it tells me that you're just like, okay, well, I'll just wait. You may be trying to be a little bit more patient with something instead of trying to push it. A win-win outcome is forecast reversed. Scorpio, I think that you're going to have to, compromise. Okay. Commit to the journey with determination. Go all in for the long term. Your steadfast focus will bring lasting rewards. I think that's what you're doing anyway. I feel like you are focused on long term. And then we have Aquarius reversed. Yeah, I don't think that you should try to control a situation. I don't think that you should push something. Okay. Because you may be inclined to want to do that. You may be inclined to want to push something. And I don't think that you should, because I do think that it will backfire. It doesn't mean like don't like, make that short film or whatever. I'm not saying anything like that. But when it comes to maybe another person in your life, or when it comes to your finances, like don't push it, is what I want to say. Okay. So you may kind of need to make a little bit of a sacrifice this weekend. Still stay committed to the journey. Like, there is a reason for everything. There is truly a reason for everything. Sometimes there is a reason why your plane is delayed. Who knows? Maybe that one that you were supposed to be on was going to crash. The relationship didn't work out that you really, really wanted, because this person ended up being a freaking murderer down the line, or whatever, right? Like, whatever. Okay, that's obviously really dramatic, but just try to keep that mind frame. All right. So let's move on to Sag. Oh, I'm sorry, Mimo. Murderer. I don't know. Okay. My best friend, the one I have the matching tattoos with or whatever, this is his makeup line. I love this lip gloss. It's a pH lip gloss, so it adheres to whatever your pH is, so it looks more natural or whatever. But I'm so proud of him. He's also like making skincare stuff, and a spa from California ended up buying his hyaluronic acid. They ordered like 300 units of it. I'm like literally so proud of him. Like, you have no idea how proud of him I am. He has a makeup line. Why I have not heard about this? It's called Carnage Couture, and is just kind of starting it, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, like, what's up, Mackenzie? Yeah, I'm freaking stoked for him. I love him so much. I'm so proud of him. Okay, so we're gonna move on to Sagittarius. Okay. Again, ladies, I'm really sorry about any weirdo guys that come in here, okay? I'm trying to make this a safe place and a comfortable place for the ladies. And when I do a vertical stream, just perverted weird guys come in here, you guys. And so I'm really sorry. I know I keep saying it, but like, I was so depressed to see my female to male ratio since I started doing the freaking vertical live streams. I'm just so disappointed. All right, Saggy. Let's see. Speaking of Sages, he's a Sagittarius stellium. He has Mars conjunct the Sun in Sag, and then he also has Mercury in Sag. My best friend. Okay, so let's see. Sagittarius, your overall energy for this weekend, we have the Strength card. Okay. All right. The Lover's reverse for what you don't see coming. I feel like you're going to have an argument with someone. I don't know why I got argument with that Lover's reverse. The High Priestess reverse for how you are dealing with it. You may end up kind of avoiding a situation altogether, maybe. I mean, you're feeling pretty confident in yourself. I think there are some things that you're working on with that Strength card. But that Lover's reverse, it makes me feel like you're having There's a disgruntled lover here, or somebody who is upset with you. So I don't know. I don't want to say too much. Let's see. Wow, damn, dude. The Strength, the Chariot, the Two of Pentacles reversed. You're really getting your priorities in order. Like you're getting, Candy, thank you so much. Everybody hashtag Candy. You are really getting your priorities in order. Anything that is a waste of your time, a waste of your money, a waste of your energy, a waste of whatever, you're not prioritizing it anymore. Okay. So if you have a friend, for instance, who's constantly draining you, it's like you're realizing you just energetically, you can't afford it. Spiritually, you just can't afford it. And so you may be dropping something. And so with that Strength card and that Chariot energy, I mean, you're very determined. Like you're very determined to do this. You're very determined to take initiative in your life. For some of you, you may be deciding to get a car, or maybe you're trying to fix your car, or you're trying to get a brand new one or something like that. Some of you can be going on a road trip, but mostly just generally speaking, this is you being very passionate in regards to the direction that you're focused on. And it's going to be very hard to stop you from doing it, to stop you from getting there, to stop you from achieving your goals. I think it's a little scary for you, but I think that you're so confident in your decisions and what it is that you're trying to accomplish that it's just not that scary. I think that the determination and the courage outweighs the fear. And so I do think that you may be a little concerned or afraid of letting some of these things go, or letting some of these people kind of dwindle out of your life. But again, the determination is stronger than the fear itself. Tell me about that Two of Pentacles reversed, the Tower reversed. Because you're at this point where you're sick and tired of trying to maintain, situations or people where there's just not a very strong foundation, where you just feel like it's costing you more energy than what it's worth, right? Even if this is something like, you're just trying to fix your finances, and so you're trying to get rid of a shit ton of subscriptions that you don't even use, whatever it is. Maybe you're trying to budget better. But I really like this. I think that you're having a victory in something. You're achieving something this weekend that's important to you, that you're passionate about, that you've held on to for a long time. And I think it's really you following through and seeing something through that's building even more confidence within yourself. Especially if you're the type of person who spreads themselves too thin, which mutable signs do that a lot. So let's see that Lovers reversed for what you don't see coming. The Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords reversed. Why is that Lovers reversed? It kind of feels like somebody's trying to ease your mind. There's someone that you've had a disagreement with, a breakup with, a disconnect with, an argument with. And this person seems to be revisiting the situation. But instead of like being argumentative or trying to be an asshole about something, the Nine of Pentacles shows me that this person is kind of approaching you with some level of caution. It seems like they're trying to ease your mind. They're not trying to stress you out. They're trying to work on something with you. So whether this is like a coworker, a boss, an employee of yours, or a lover, they really are trying to work towards something or take away some level of workload that is going to ease your mind or make things easier on you. And I think that you're not going to expect it because you've had it out with this person, or because this person has left your life, or you've had a disagreement with them, or whatever the case is. Okay. I don't know if you're responding to it well, though, because of that High Priestess reversed. The Hierophant, okay. And the Ace of Wands reversed. What's that high priestess reverse? The devil. I think that you're keeping some of your thoughts to yourself, to be honest with you, which is so unlike you, Sagittarius. But I think you guys are keeping some. Let me brighten this light a little bit. It looks so dark in here. I think you're keeping some things to yourself. I think that you're also having a hard time like trusting your intuition about the situation. But with that Hierophant there, you're present. Like it feels like you're not sharing a whole lot with this person. You're keeping your thoughts to yourself because, to be honest with you, I don't know if you have very many nice things to say. But you are there. You are present. You are committed. Okay. But you have kind of lost your passion in regards to the situation, or you're feeling a little like, what is the best way I can describe this? Let's say that, let's be cliche and let's say it's a love partner, okay? And you and a love partner have like a big blowout or a big disagreement, or you did like this past week or whatever it is, right? And you're really pissed off, but you're still committed to this person, and they're trying to like ease your mind, or they're trying to work on things. They're approaching you with caution, and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to keep some of this shit to myself because I don't really have a lot of nice things to say. I'm still your partner, still love you, whatever, but I don't want to have sex. I don't want to, like you are not like, maybe this is just you dropping it just to avoid a tower moment. I don't think you trust something, honestly. It's giving that like, I don't know, communication is key reversed. So I think that keeping something to yourself is probably the way to go, at least for now. And then we have slow climb. You are getting there one steady step at a time with a little bit of effort, okay? And then we have Pluto. Are you keeping some secrets here or something? What are you asking Sagittarius to do with that Pluto card? The Seven of Swords. Whoa. Wait, why? The world's reversed. I think that you're doing what you should be doing. I think that you have a very strong determination to build something, but it's telling you to shut the fuck up about it. Like, don't tell everybody what you're doing. Don't tell everybody what you're doing. Like, for instance, right? I know that when I say sometimes, I'm like, all right, guys, I make an announcement. I'm like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to offer this, and I'm going to create this. And then I never do it. You know what I mean? Or you have to also be careful with who you share your ideas with, because some people will try to steal your ideas. Or, I'm not trying to make you paranoid or anything like that, but it is asking you to strategize properly. Don't tell everybody everything. Don't share all of your plans with everybody. Some people will try to sabotage it. You know what I'm saying? So something to keep in mind. So that is what I have for you, Sagittarius. All right. Check what link? My Hipsy link? What's wrong with it? The highlighted link is, I just clicked it and it worked fine. Is the link broken for you guys? Because I just clicked it and it went right to my profile. Okay. All right. We good? Okay. So there was a problem most alive. It works for me too. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know. Okay. Bye, Aubrey. Have a good one. Worked for me. Yeah. That was weird. All right. So let's move on to Capricorn. All right. All right. Let's see. Ew. Like a man asking if they have to pay for something, it just makes my pussy dry. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, ugh. Ew. Like when women say it, it doesn't bother me. But when men are like, I can't, I have to pay for this. You want to split the bill? There's just something that really just makes me dry, man. Anyway. Sorry, some guy said I have to pay for a reading in the chat, and I was like, ew. Well, that was a visual. Yeah, sorry, guys. Yes, girl, same. Ugh, I just can't. So gross. Just makes me so turned off. What is going on with the link? What is the problem with the link? I do not understand. Are you guys still having an issue with the link? Because I'm clicking it and it's fine to me. It's going right to my profile. I don't know what the problem is. Kenneth is working for me. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Shira calls that a dusty. First of all, Shira is my goddess. Okay, Shira is life. I love Shira. No problem with audio or link. Okay. All right. Well, let's see, Capricorn, what you have going on this weekend or what you can expect. Okay. Your energy for this weekend, the Four of Pentacles. That's funny because this is literally Sun in Capricorn. So we have the Four of Pentacles in your energy. What you don't see coming is the Ace of Pentacles. This is so earth sign coded, please. How you're responding to it is the Queen of Wands reversed. We have Aries here as well. Okay. You're a little restrained. You're a little strained and you're quite apprehensive. You're apprehensive to take a chance because you're fearing that if you take a chance or you take a risk, you're going to lose out on something. You're going to miss out on something. I feel like you're wrong because there's some kind of maybe financial opportunity, health or fitness opportunity, collaborative opportunity, but for some reason you're feeling insecure about it. There is an insecurity that is stopping you from obtaining whatever this opportunity is. Let's see that Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups reversed, the King of Cups reversed. My goodness, baby. Oh, man. Oof. Tell me you've been burned without telling me you've been burned. Because you are, emotionally, especially, you don't really seem to be very open. I don't think that you are, like if somebody asks you on a date or something like that, I think that you are so fearful of, like, I want to say losing yourself again or being vulnerable or allowing yourself to, it's like you don't even give it a try. You don't even look at it. And maybe that's what you need to do for yourself. but there's this really, you're giving off this it's a very closed off energy that you're showing up in. And I think because you're looking at it like, oh, I've read this story before. I know how it ends. I've been here. I already know what's going to happen. It's like, ugh, be cautious with that mind frame. Now, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not even saying that you're wrong, but you are fearful. Like, I'm not saying you're shaking in your boxers or your panties or anything, but there's this like, no, I'm not. I'm good. Tell me about that Nine of Cups reversed, the Hermit reversed. Oh, you're paranoid. I think that you're paranoid. And usually the reason why we're paranoid is either A, we have some kind of, mental disorder, or it's because we have experience. We have experience with things and we can become quite hypervigilant because of our past, because we have seen certain patterns, we know how it goes. And then, we see a similar situation or something that we perceive to be a similar situation come around, and we start to get paranoid. We look for small cues. We look for the little red flags in the details. And I think that's kind of what you're doing. Because you are holding on to an old narrative. You know what it feels like, Capricorn? It feels like you're in self-preservation mode. It feels like it's self-preservation. Okay. Well, what you don't see coming, damn, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Dude, if you do not take this opportunity, I love you, but you're an idiot. I love you. I love you so much, Capricorn, but this looks incredible. Like, there is some kind of financial opportunity coming towards you that could have something to do with creativity as well. You can get a job offer. You can get a love offer. I feel like if it is a love offer, this person does not need you, but they want you, because the Nine of Pentacles is here, if that is what it is. If it's not necessarily that, it can be that there's an opportunity for you to make more money through your creativity or through something that you love that could end up putting you on a different trajectory, something that can make you more independent, something where you work less but earn more. If it's a relationship, it's where it's a very natural relationship. It feels again, like you and this person, you don't need each other, but you want each other, and that is what you want. You want that kind of relationship. You don't want something that is codependent. But for some of you, you could have been so used to codependent relationships, you feel like you need to be needed, or whatever it is. But it's like, if that's the case, right? If something like that makes you uncomfortable, where let's say it is a lover and somebody comes in and they're very confident with themselves, they totally have something to offer, but they don't need you. If you are very used to codependent relationships, it can be a feeling, it can lead to some level of discomfort, because you're like, oh, well, if they don't need me, then I'm going to lose them, or whatever it is. How do you know? So it can be something that is leading you to more healthy relationships, a healthier work life kind of balance as well. Like, this is a great opportunity. Seriously, this is a really, really good opportunity, and I don't want you to miss it because you're paranoid, or because you need somebody to need you, or whatever it is. Like, this is a new way of life. This will be some kind of new way of life for you, but it's making you insecure, because this is how you're responding to it. Knight of Wands reversed, the Six of Wands reversed. You listen, Capricorn, please listen. I'm telling you, you're gonna fuck it up. Don't do it. Because, like, what's the best way I can explain this? So let's say this, right? you have the King of Cups reversed in your energy. So it's showing that you're showing up in a kind of a masculine energy. So reverse this if you need to. But let's say your entire life, you have had to get your way through emotional manipulation of some sort, right? And maybe that is because you grew up with parents who were very emotionally manipulative towards you, or maybe you're a victim of narcissistic abuse. So now you kind of have been trained to manipulate your way through situations as opposed to being totally authentic or something like that. This is just an example. And now you have someone, or you have a situation that is very straightforward, that is not manipulative. There's no weird hidden agendas or hidden things, and you don't really know what to do with that. So now you're maneuvering through the situation or the relationship with old manipulative tactics that are not going to serve you anymore. It's not going to serve you here. Because when you meet an authentic situation, or a truly authentic and straight up person, for instance, those tactics do not work on those kinds of people. You know, on people who are self-assured, who don't need you but want you, you know, who are very open and blunt and honest. Like you cannot get away with this kind of behavior with this kind of opportunity or situation. Okay, like I said, reverse it if you need to. A time to give rather than take is reversed. Dude, take the opportunity. Because a time to give rather than take, this is telling you to take this opportunity. Like, for instance, maybe you are so used to being the giver. Okay, let's say that's what it is. You're so used to just pouring into others and not really getting anything back. And now it's like you finally have the opportunity to receive, and you don't know how to do it because you're so used to give. You know, maybe it's that. Then you have stay in the flow, surrender to the rhythm of life, remaining open to opportunities and lessons as they naturally unfold. Thank you. And then the North Node. You would be, I love you, but you would be a fool not to take this, sir or ma'am. You would be an absolute fool. Because there's something that's coming in for you this weekend that is chef's kiss, top tier, wonderful. And you're just like trying to manipulate your way through it, or, you know, whatever. Okay. So just know. Receive the opportunity with a sense of humility. Very interesting read, Capricorn. Very interesting read. What's up, Jamie? All right. Aquarius. If you're an Aquarius moon, again, I say it like I do all the time, I'm very jealous. If you're an Aquarius moon, you are elite. If you're an Aquarius Venus, you are awesome. I dated an Aquarius Venus. It was my longest relationship, 5 years. Love Aquarius Venus. I wish my Venus was an Aquarius, because then I wouldn't give a shit about anything. I'm not saying that's what it is. But I really don't like my Venus in Scorpio, to be honest with you. I don't like it anymore. I'm like so tired of that. I need to learn how to channel it better. I just care too much, you know. Powerful reading, V. Thanks. All right. So let's see, Aquarius, what you don't see coming for this weekend. You're in the energy of the King of Pentacles. Okay. The Page of Cups for what you don't see coming. And the Moon for how you're responding to it. Whoa. Money's looking good. You're pretty committed to the path, you know, par the course. Oops, did I forget? What is my problem? I'm sorry. Sorry, that looks really sloppy, but I don't care. So part of the course, money's looking good, business is good, your relationship may be good if you're in one. If you are interested in love, there can be a new opportunity that's coming in. There can be a creative opportunity. There can be an apology that's coming in if that's something that you're looking for. Like I said, we're having a grand trine this weekend, which is between Mercury, Saturn, and Jupiter. So I think that's going to be some really heartfelt conversations. It's a water trine. So I can understand why that Page of Cups is coming up. That moon, though, it makes me feel like you're being a little bit more introverted or secretive. So let's see. The King of Pentacles, the Page of Swords reversed, and the Two of Swords reversed. You're kind of like sticking to what you know. You're trying to just remain grounded, focus on your business, your money. Why is that Page of Swords reversed there? The Four of Wands reversed. God, what is up with this like kind of paranoid energy? Again, I think that you're grounded, don't get me wrong, but I think that you're assuming something about a situation and you're making a decision based off of an assumption. And so because of that assumption, you're not allowing something or someone into your life. You're actually really not welcoming it at all. You're like, yeah, I'm going to stick to what I know, minding my P's and Q's, focusing on my business, focusing on, you know, whatever it is that you're focusing on, the thing that grounds you. You may be assuming something about a relationship or a family matter. It's like you're not willing to be open-minded. Like you may have felt like you used to turn a blind eye to something and now you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore, you know? Because you don't really, if I'm going to be honest with you, you don't really have all of the facts. But that doesn't mean that you trust it. And I think you're trying to maybe listen to your intuition, but it's not your intuition you're listening to. It's the voids or the misinformation, that the information that you don't have that your mind is trying to create. So like a lot of the times when we feel like we don't have closure, we don't have information, or there's little pieces missing, the brain tries to protect itself by creating a reality and filling in those voids. And I kind of feel like that's what you're doing. Page of Cups, Three of Swords reversed, the Eight of Wands reversed. I think that there's something that kind of comes out of nowhere. Tell me about that Eight of Wands reverse, the Hangman reverse. Like, I don't think that you're totally wrong, but I also don't think that you're totally right. Because I think that you may be... Someone's trying to apologize to you and be open. And they're trying to show that they're coming from a healed place. But I also think that something happens where this person ends up maybe getting very frustrated with you, or, you know, they end up maybe blocking you because of how you're responding with that Page of Swords reverse. It's like they're trying to open up to you. They're trying to open up from a healed place, although I think that they're still hurting. It may be an apology, maybe. But then like something happens where they get frustrated and they end up having to block you because maybe they feel like you don't really see perspective. And they're like, okay, well, I don't want to force this anyway. It's like, it feels like two people who have an argument and then they try to come together just to like shake hands and be like, okay, like I'm really sorry if I upset you or whatever. But the perspective of the two people hasn't changed. Like I still stand with where I stand in regards to said matter. Okay. Let me see. I want to see how you're responding to kind of get what this is. Okay. What's that moon? The Ace of Swords reverse. Yeah, I think that you're trying to be nice, but you're also hiding some things. Like you're hiding a personal truth. Like you're not divulging everything to this person. And I think this person may end up getting a little suspicious about it. Like suspicious about your intent. It's like, you know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you guys have ever seen The Office, but in The Office, there is this scene and they're like playing this like board game or they're playing this murder mystery game or whatever. And like, it's, you know, who's the murderer is kind of the game. And then like by the end of the show, they're all like pointing fake guns at each other, right? Like who done it? That's kind of what this is reminding me of a little bit. Like you guys both do not trust the other person in some way. Like you have a fear around being totally honest about your view or your perspective on something. But at the same time, you're willing to just kind of like suppress it or let it go. But again, you're not totally welcoming this person into your sphere. But you are being kind. What's this person's intention? The Magician reverse. One more. The Two of Wands reverse. Yeah, I mean, like I said, maybe you don't have all the facts, but I think that you have some. I don't think either of you two trust each other. And it may be that this person is trying to like kind of manipulate the situation a little bit. But I don't think that they're budging on a viewpoint or a perspective. Okay. They're not willing to sacrifice what they think. And maybe for good reason. I don't know. Okay. They're not really willing to come off of their throne, so to speak. Nothing will come of this situation. Wish granted. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it is what you need. Okay. And then the moon. Oh my God. Tarot is so funny. So it's like you're getting something that you did want. Okay. You did want this, but it's not showing up necessarily in exactly the way that you desire. Okay. But it is asking you to maybe keep some things to yourself. You know, be emotionally mature and all of that. But listen to your gut, okay? It's like two paranoid people, like just, I don't know. It's kind of funny. All right. Thank you, Aquarius. That's what I have for you. You know, it reminds me of like two people having it out and thinking the other person is a piece of shit or like, you know, whatever, has stupid political viewpoints or something. And then it's like both people come back around and maybe they said some things they didn't mean. It's like, yeah, you know, I'm really sorry that I made you feel this way, you know, but I still don't like you, you know, or like I still think you're stupid. You know what I mean? Or something. I don't know. Two Virgos trying to make it work. Baby, good luck. Good luck. All right. Let me shuffle some cards here. I dated a Virgo. I'm a Virgo and I'm a sixth house stellium, but I dated a Virgo that was so ridiculous, like so OCD. Oh my God. And I remember one time, like I went to go pour myself some water or something, and like I had left, like, I don't know. So I went to go pour some water. I went and was like just going about my day or whatever. And it was at his house. And he started like stomping around the house. Okay. And I didn't know what he was stomping around the house for. And he was like stomping around the house. He seemed really upset. And I'm like, are you good? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, what's wrong? And so he leads me to his kitchen and he's like, what is this? What is this? And I'm like, what? And I look, it's literally like a little droplet of water, like this big. And he was upset that I spilled it and left it on his counter. Sir, I need you to go to therapy. I really do. I need you to go to therapy. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. Like, this is insane. You know? Oh my God. Please. Mira, you already know who it is. I just could not, I can't, you know? My God. Get a hobby. My mom was like this, hence the Virgo moon. Oh my God. My mom used to be really bad. She has Pluto conjunct Uranus in Virgo. I'm sorry I made you feel this way, as in I'm not actually sorry for what I did. Exactly. I definitely feel that way. A lot of people. Like, I'm sorry that you're sad, but I'm not sorry that I said it, you know, that kind of vibe. I'll go to therapy if you're the therapist and you walk out more traumatized. Okay. All right. Oh, shit. Always do this. Pisces. God damn it. V, are you still in the warmth? Like, is it warm outside? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I don't think so. Kind of. I mean, it kind of stays warm-ish up until like January and February in Virginia, to be honest with you. He would shit a brick if he saw my counters right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. He was absolutely stunning. He was gorgeous. Like, he was 10 out of 10. Loved him. Like, totally. He reminded me of a younger version of Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. But holy shit, man. He had OCD really bad. Okay. So I think Virgo men are beautiful. I think earth sign men are so gorgeous. I really do. I think earth sign men are so gorgeous. Oh my God. I love Cancer rising women. I think they are so unique looking. I think that they are so cool looking. They just have like, there's something about their mouth. They always have like a really cute little, what is this thing called? So pretty. And have you ever noticed like water signs? They always look a little dirty, like they were just pulled out of the ocean and just kind of air dried, but like it's hot. You know, they look like a little dirty. Like there's something a little kind of like when you look at the ocean at night and you're like, you know, it looks really kind of pretty, but you know there's something weird going on under the surface. You just can't pin it. You know what I mean? That's what water signs kind of remind me of. The Cupid's bow. Yes, Mira. Thank you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like you look at look at like Billie Eilish, right? She's a Sagittarius, but she's a Pisces rising. And like there's something about her face where it is, I mean, that face, you know, like, wow, the eyes, very, something is dark a little. It feels like something is going on behind there that you can't really pin. You know, I think that a really beautiful, I think she's a Cancer rising, Anya Taylor. She has that very interesting look about her. Like, so I love people that look like that. I can't remember if Ethel Kane is a Scorpio rising or a Cancer rising, but see how she looks a little dirty, but she looks so beautiful in that, like, just pulled out of the ocean, air dried vibe. I don't know how to explain it. She does look like a water sign. Yeah. My daughter adores Billie. You have no idea what Billie's music has done for me. She's a moon in Aquarius as well. Fucking elite, please. Moon Aquariuses are the best artists, in my opinion. Sophia Isella, C Rose, love C Rose, Billie Eilish, Eminem, whether you like him or not, like, especially back in the day, that guy, oh my God, his songs could pull an emotion out of me I couldn't even fucking put my finger on. Like, Moon and Aquarius people are such incredible artists. That's why I love seeing aspects in a natal chart like Venus square Uranus, or I love the transits. Uranus, I think, or Aquarius energy, I think is so underrated when it comes to creativity. It's so underrated, so fucking underrated. Because I have written some of the best stuff when I had like a Mercury Uranus transit or a Venus Uranus transit, Venus square Uranus, or Venus going through Aquarius. Like, I have had some of my best profound, you know, because you think of Uranus, right? It's like that electric shock, that like, aha, that epiphany moment. And I think that Aquarius placements are so fucking underrated for their creativity. These people are some of the coolest artists, in my opinion. I really think that. I really do. Billie is stunning. Absolutely. Billie is, I think, one of the most beautiful women alive. All right, so let's go ahead and look at Pisces. 7 of Pentacles reversed in your energy for this weekend. The Queen of Swords reversed for what you don't see coming. Whoops. And then 2 of Cups for how you're responding to it, Pisces. Okay. You're kind of running out of steam here. There's a feminine energy in your life that either is not communicating with you or is being kind of a bitch. Or no, because you're reacting like the 2 of Cups. Well, let's just see. The 5 of Swords reversed. The 8 of Swords. Oh. What's the 7 of Pentacles reversed about? The 8 of Pentacles reversed. I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like you're bored with a project or some kind of routine. It feels like you're just bored, Pisces. Okay. You're kind of losing your patience because you feel like something that you've been working on for a while, you're not really getting results from it. You're kind of at this point where you're like, okay, why am I doing this? Why the fuck am I even doing this? Like, you could be feeling really bored. You could be feeling like you're at a loss. You're like, it doesn't really matter how much I invest into this situation. It's just never going to work. Like, it's just not working. You know, you're at this point where you just feel like it's for nothing sometimes. And so you're in this energy of like, okay, well, I guess I'll just keep doing this, or, you know, I guess I'll just keep going on with how I'm doing things. And you think that you're stuck. You're really not, but you're telling yourself that you are. So if you're telling yourself that you are, then you are. Because it's really your mindset, and you're in your head about these things. You're in your head about these things. You're a little confused. But I really don't think that you are. I think that you know what you need to do. I think that you know that there's a pivot moment that you're needing to have. Because you really are keeping yourself there. Like, I'm not saying you don't have external influences that, you know, maybe assisting to you being in this mind frame, or are, you know, have something to do with it. But really, at the end of the day, it really is about you and what you decide to do. Like for some of you, if this is about a relationship or a person, you may be of the notion like, oh, well, this is a waste of time because I've already ruined my reputation with someone, or they've already ruined their reputation with me. And, you know, this is like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I to do? That's kind of the vibe. What you don't see coming, the Queen of Swords reversed, the Death reversed, and the Six of Pentacles. If this is about your finances, I think that somebody unexpectedly helps you. Okay. If it's about your finances, or it's about something that you're trying to work on, if it's, you know, something that you're invested in, or if it may be financial advice, it may be just financial help, like somebody actually giving you money to help you deal with some kind of past situation that you're having a hard time changing, or that you're having a hard time ending. But it's like, they're not really talking too much about it. They're just kind of like, you know, putting the money on the table and scooting it over. It doesn't feel like, because I think that they see value in you, or they see value in like what you're doing, you know, like it feels like a level of encouragement. What's that Death reversed? Just trying to understand. The Three of Wands. Okay. They're trying to, somebody's trying to help you. It feels like somebody is trying to help you expand your horizons on something so you can change it. You know, like for instance, you know, maybe you have a tarot channel. Okay. Let's say that you have a tarot channel, but you also really want to do beauty, but you just feel like you're stuck in this loop of doing tarot all the time. And then a friend comes along and they're like, you know what? I believe in you. I feel like you should make, you know, a makeup video, or I don't know, something. Okay. And so they like give you the funds for a new camera, or, you know, they want you to explore your potential. And so they buy you some new makeup, or whatever it is. It's something like this. And like, I think that if you try to make a big deal about it, they're like, no, like they're just going to shut it down, you know, kind of thing. And I mean, it's around the holidays, so maybe they try to give you an early Christmas present. It's something like this. The way that you're responding, the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups reversed, and the Devil reversed. Why the Three of Cups reversed? The Five of Pentacles reversed. Tell me about that Devil reversed. The Ace of Swords. I mean, for you to be responding with the Two of Cups, it's like, I think that you're very appreciative. I think that you're nurturing the situation. But at the same time, this may be somebody that you've had some level of drama with, okay? Like, I'm wondering if you're apprehensive to accepting some level of help from them just because of what has happened in the past, or you feel like you'll owe them something. Because you know the truth about something. You know the truth. Like the Devil reverse can be, sometimes it can be an awareness of a fear, or an awareness of somebody else's red flags, your own, etc. And to be honest with you, you may be, a conversation may give you some clarity in regards to whatever that looks like for you, especially regarding this person and the help that you're accepting. What is the intent of this person? The Six of Cups. I don't feel like they have bad intentions. I really don't. For this to be like what you don't see coming, it's like you don't really expect it, right? And so it may be from somebody that you just don't expect. It looks like a woman. It's time to take action reversed. Seek clarity, embrace honesty, face consequences, and sharpen your focus for personal growth. And then you have Earth. I think before you take action in regards to whatever this is, you may need to clear the air with someone, or you may need to get very honest about whatever your plan is regarding money. Oh, look at that bird. Regarding money, regarding finances, regarding the work that you're doing, etc. So for instance, let's say that, you do get some money to invest in a YouTube channel and the equipment or whatever, it's like, do your research first can kind of be the guidance before you just rush into something and go all in. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope I wasn't saying Aquarius. Aquarius Venus is hard for me because I'm very let people do what they want. I crush on a Venus and Scorpio. Ugh. I'm so sick of being a Venus and Scorpio, honestly. It's very hard, especially because I'm ruled by Venus. I'm a Taurus rising, and it like runs my life, especially because it's in the 7th house. So I feel like I'm always in search of this like all-consuming love, right? But I have Venus opposite my moon in Taurus in the 1st house. And so it just feels like this constant like trying to please others all the time, or and then I have Pluto conjunct my descendant, and I feel like people project onto me, and I feel like my relationships are always like Hades and Persephone, where I'm both. You know what I mean? And it's like a constant battle, power struggle between me and other people. I'm just fucking so tired of that shit. All right. Like I feel like people are always trying to like possess me or project onto me, or like I sound like such a victim. I'm not trying to sound like that. Anyway, this is not about me. Poor me, guys. We'll teach you about self-worth, though. My God. Thanks, Candy. Red bird or blue? I'm not sure. I couldn't see because of the curtain. All right. What's up? Dash Striker. Did you change your name? Didn't it used to be Darcy, or am I crazy? All right, guys, let's go ahead and see Aries. All right, Aries, let's see what you don't see coming for this week. We have the Fool. I have to cover that because she has a naked butt. The Wheel of Fortune for what you don't see coming. Okay. And then you have the 8 of Swords for how you're responding to it. Brand new beginnings for you this weekend. You're venturing out on something new. You may go on a trip. You may start a new business. You may start a relationship, something like this. You're doing something a little off the cuff. And it seems like something very unexpected comes into your life because you are going about something in that way, or you're trying something new, and it feels like it's good karma, or something is finally moving forward. It can be like you're offered a trip, or some kind of good luck or abundance is coming in for you. But that 8 of Swords, you seem to be a little like confused, or like, oh, I don't know if I should take it or if I should do it. So let's see. The Fool with the Magician. Damn. The Knight of Wands reverse. This is like somebody who has so many ideas, so much talent, so many gifts and abilities, and so many intentions, and they're ready to go, but they just don't have the structure, or they don't have the direction. And I think that's where you're at. Like, for instance, if this is around a lot of different ideas and projects, you're like, which one should I start first? How do I do it? How do I create this tarot deck? Or how do I start this Substack, or this, I don't know, whatever it is that you're doing. And so it's like you have all of this energy, you have the insight, you have the talent, you have the energy to do something, but you're lacking direction. Let's see a guidance for that. The Queen of Wands. I don't think it's about you actually. No, hold on. Queen of Wands is Aries. Knight of Wands is Sag. You need to be definitive. Because that Knight of Wands can be in a million different places at once, and it can scatter its energy. You need to pick the thing that you love or that you want the most, and you need to assert yourself in it. You need to become it. You need to lead it. You need to become the leader in your own life with whatever this is. So it really is about taking the lead and creating your own sense of direction in regards to what it is that you want to do, because you have it. You have what it takes. You have the right mindset. The Magician is Mercury. The Fool is Uranus. This is some great insights that you may be having this weekend, and you're just needing to follow through with them. Because if you lack the follow through, you're going to be really pissed. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, and the Six of Wands. Oh my God. Best reading. Best reading for now. Okay, this is incredible. Something is finally moving forward in the absolute best way possible. You are accomplishing something really great this weekend, and it's going to feel good. It's going to feel really good. You're getting some kind of unexpected notoriety or applause or attention. Like, for instance, let's say that you start making, like, you make your first astrology TikTok, okay, and it blows the fuck up. And you're like, oh my God, like, I did not see this coming. You know, I did not expect this. You make your first YouTube video on your tarot channel, it blows up. You're like, no way. You know, it's something that you worked hard for. Like, you know, I would definitely, like, maybe something that you're working on behind the scenes now finally has the ability to get the recognition it deserves. Maybe it's something that you made a long time ago, you know, because you think about the world is the last major arcana out of the major arcana suit, right? And so it means that something that you started a long time ago, you're finally seeing the results from. You know, maybe you invested in some stocks a long time ago, and now because you educated yourself so well, and now they're doing really good, and so you decide to make a video on how to do stocks or whatever, and like that blows up. So not only did you get all of this money, which can certainly be the Wheel of Fortune, but you're also getting some kind of notoriety and attention from maybe your knowledge or what it is that you have accomplished. Okay, I think that whatever this is going to last a really long time. This level of success. What? Why? Why? Oh no. Getting a couple of different scenarios. The first one that I'm getting, with the Eight of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups, I asked why, and you have the Hermit and the Moon. These are really sad cards. Like, these, the way that you're responding to this is a little tragic. You seem to be sad. You seem to be stuck on some kind of pain from the past. And you've been holding on to it for a while. That's what's on your mind. Like, that is what is on your mind, is some level of pain and sadness. You may be missing someone as well. Like, And I asked, well, why this energy? And I have the Hermit, and then I have the Moon. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like imagine that you're really, really in love with someone, for instance, and you guys, it was like the love of your life or something, and you guys end up breaking up, and then like you end up really killing it, and you know, you're getting all of this, like you have this motivation and you're ready to, you did that YouTube channel, you got monetized, your body's looking right because you've really been putting in a lot of effort, and you're getting all of this attention and having all of this success, and all you can think about is the one person you want the actual attention from. You know, or you can be like, I wish maybe your mother has passed, and you're like, I wish my mother was here to see it. And it's, instead of being elevating, it feels humbling, because it's almost making you realize, what is the success without having someone to share it with? Or what is all of this attention if it's not from the person that I want it from? That's deep. For others of you, if I'm going to be 100% honest, you may have all of the talent and the gifts and the skills in the world, but you're not really doing anything with them. And then you may see somebody else who has maybe less talent, has less gifts, but they know what to do with what they have, and they end up succeeding in the way that you wanted. And you may be sitting here like, damn, that could have been me. I wish I would have this, that, and the third. I wish I would have, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Okay. Your hard work is paying off. Okay. Duality dance. Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. And then you have house 4. That's a Cancerian house. And then you have new moon in Capricorn. Well, if we think about Capricorn, Capricorn naturally runs the 10th house. Cancer naturally rules the 4th. So again, there can be some balancing act that needs to happen between your work life and your relationship or emotional life. It does say that, you know, your hard work is paying off, maybe in regards to your career or whatever it is. But again, I think you're going to realize it's about who you share your hard work with, or the results from your hard work. Okay, that can be it as well. That's very deep, Aries. That's a pretty deep reading. Okay, well, that's what I have for you, Aries. All right, you guys, I'm going to get a snack. I will be right back. Because I have not eaten all day. I woke up a little late this morning. V brings those emotions out. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. All right, you guys, I'll be right back, okay? Look who it is. Mr. Arlo. Arlo, come here. Come here. Look at this baby. He's so cute. No, I don't want to scratch your butt while I'm eating. Okay. Starlo. Okay, sorry. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to eat. If eating bothers you, just leave. Hi, baby. You are so cute. I love you. Oh. Baby. I love you. You're a good boy. I love him. I love this dog. What's up, Mojo? Just leave, she says. Absolutely. Thanks, Mira. Like, if there's one thing I'm going to do, regardless of who's watching or what's going on, I'm going to eat. I'm going to prioritize that. Like, that's just what it's going to be. Starlo, our favorite puppy mascot. Let's see if I can get him to. Come here, Arlo. They want to see your face. You are so cute. Oh my God, you're such a baby. I love you so much. I don't think I've ever loved a dog as much as I love this dog. Taurus Moon, gang, right? Leave some for me. Hello. I can't. I'm sorry. I love you. Are you baby? You're a baby. You are a baby. You're a baby. Oh. Oh my God. You're so sweet. I love you. You're so pretty. You're a pretty boy. Oh. I'm gonna pet him with my sleeve. That post about him and his hugs were so. Are you talking about on Instagram or are you talking about the article I wrote about him on Substack? Thanks, Princess. Right, Charity. Never. I gotta eat. Gotta do it. Good afternoon, Ruben. Valeria's good. She's doing good. What's Arlo's sun sign? He's an Aquarius. Hi, baby. You're so pretty. Oh my God. I love him. You're so perfect. You are so perfect. Oh my God. He's the sweetest. I guarantee you, if you were to ever meet Arlo and you just spent like 10 minutes with him, just one-on-one, you would fall in love. Like, he is the sweetest, funniest, most loving baby. Yeah. I love you. The last dog that we had was an Aquarius as well. Same breed, same sign. I want to see the pup. I'm trying to. If you want to see him, go on my Instagram, Violetta Alexis, and you're going to see he has 2 different color eyes. He's so beautiful. He's a beautiful dog. He's so pretty. Anytime we take him for a walk, we always hear, beautiful dog. Wow, pretty dog. Oh, he's so beautiful. Beautiful dog. AI videos, though, are so bizarre to me. Wait, what? Lives on YouTube was and is one of the best all-time ideas. Hell yeah. Yes, I do squats. for the last 4 days about drowning any insight, you're probably feeling emotionally overwhelmed, or you probably feel like there's a issue in your life that you feel like you can't get ahead of, right? Like maybe you have tons of credit card debt and you're just like drowning in debt. Maybe, you know, you feel overwhelmed when it comes to a relationship, you know, and you feel like you just can't do anything right or whatever. You may feel like you need to breathe. You may feel like you need some time out or some peace or something from a situation. Most likely. Having dreams about drowning, I think, can be indicative of that. Okay, because you're such a pretty good boy. Come here. Come here. You can't see him. Let's see if I can get him to turn around. Okay, turn around. No, turn around. Arlo. Arlo, turn around. No, no, no. All right, buddy. You're embarrassing us. All right, he's not going to do it. Okay, sit up. Come on. Come here. Okay, come over here. Come over here. Come here. Sit. Can you see him? Look at your baby. Look at him. Who's that? Okay, Arlo, be very gentle. Be so gentle, Arlo. So gentle. Be very gentle. Gentle. Good boy. Yay. Good boy. All right, guys, one sec. Just washing my hands. It's okay. It's okay, Valeria. You good girl. You guys, I'm in the bedroom right now, and Valeria, my cat, and Arlo were just having like a stare down. He wants to be friends with her so bad, and she's just not into it. She's like, yeah, no thanks. Not into that. All right, let's move on to Taurus. Oh, gotta close that door. Arlo, are you being a good boy? Did you want to come in here? Or you want to stay out? All right, baby. Come on. All right. Taurus. Oh, Valeria, my beloved. Valeria loved you. Oh, my God. All right, Taurus. All right. Taurus, let's see what you don't see coming this weekend, if I can get comfortable. All right. Taurus, what you don't see coming for this weekend. Your energy is the Page of Pentacles. So you're in your own energy. Okay. The Five of Wands reverse for what you don't see coming. Okay. the King of Wands reversed for how you're responding to it. Okay. Page of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Okay. This is a pretty good energy. I mean, you're working pretty hard. You may be learning something, learning a lot. You can be putting an effort into some kind of workout routine, something in regards to nutrition, something that you're building. You're very focused on your money, which is not surprising, right? You are Taurus after all. But it feels like you are wanting to find an easier way to make a living, or you are trying to build a life for yourself or a business for yourself that allows you more time to go to the spa, hang out, enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's what you want. I think that's what you want. I think that you want to work smarter, not harder. And that is what you're trying to figure out. That's what you're putting an effort towards. Tell me about that Six of Swords. The Ace of Wands. That's what's motivating to you. You're very motivated to move on from something that feels draining. It feels like just a lot of mental energy put out that you're not interested in providing. Like you're wanting things to be easier for yourself. So you're looking for an easier way to go about your work, your routines, etc. So that way you can enjoy your life. That's what it feels like. It seems very simple to me. What you don't see coming, the Five of Wands reversed, the Hierophant reversed, and the Two of Swords. Okay. What the hell is this trying to tell me? This is making me think of whose reading was it? It was it Capricorn? An agree to disagree kind of thing? I feel like there is somebody in your life who feels very unconventional, or it may feel like somebody who disagrees with you on a lot of things. Like this person may be trying to, I don't feel like they're trying to force something down your throat necessarily. But it's like somebody who has a totally different perspective in regards to religion, spirituality, politics, belief systems, foundational structures, something like this. And like somebody is not like, even though they have these beliefs or they have these feelings about how a relationship should work, or how religion should be, or whatever, like instead of trying to force you to believe in the same things, I feel like they're just stating their opinion about something and they're not trying to argue with you about it. Like that's what it feels like. Like you're having a discussion with someone about something that you totally disagree with. Tell me about that Hierophant reversed, the Tower. Okay. For some of you, it can be a relationship in your life, or somebody may do something very unexpected. They may kind of rebel against you a little bit. You know, maybe it's a child. Okay. Who knows? It's somebody who seems to be kind of rebelling or going against the grain a little bit, because some kind of structure about your guys' connection or the relationship or the business or whatever is no longer working. And I don't think that they're wanting to argue with you about it. It's not like, you know, we're going to talk about this now and we're going to have it out. It's not really like that. It's somebody who's just like, no, this is what I think and I'm not doing this. And that's how it's going to go. Like point blank period. You know, now for some of you, because the Hierophant can be you, you may be honestly rebelling against somebody else, okay? And you may be surprised to find that somebody is not really going to argue with you about it. They're like, okay, fine. You know, it's almost like you want something to happen or you want to do something. And you may expect that somebody's going to have something to say about it, or this person is going to be in a disagreement with you about it, but they're not even fighting it. And I think that's going to surprise you, okay, if that's what it is. The way that you're interacting with the situation or the way that you're dealing with it, the King of Wands reversed, I'm not going to lie, you can be really wanting to, again, push some kind of narrative or even bully this person a little bit. I feel like you're very stuck in a specific way of thinking or doing things. However, with that Knight of Cups there, I think because you're surprised about the response that you're getting, you're showing up as very loving and sweet and kind. Like, even though you and this person may be at a disagreement about something, it's like you can still get along. God, was that Capricorn's reading that was like that? I think it was. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. Why the King of Wands reversed? The Five of Swords. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay. Because you have that Six of Swords in your energy. That's what's motivating you. You want to move on to calmer waters. You don't want to play these mind games, or you don't want to play these mind games anymore. You don't want this, you know, petty tit for tat kind of energy, you know, and you're definitely feeling some kind of way about it. You want to move on from that. You want peace. You want to be able to enjoy your life. And so I think that is the energy that you're going with. And I think somebody is, I don't want to say giving you permission, but making you feel more comfortable to do that. And I think that it's surprising you. A fiery climax approaches. Divine timing, be patient. For some things take time to manifest fully in your life. Okay. And then House 2 reversed. Well, House 2 can be about our values. You know, it can be about our values. And it can also be about our self-esteem. But I think that with a fiery climax approaching, is what it says, full moon in Aries, there's going to be a realization around maybe how you initiate something, how you approach situations, how you approach conflict, how you approach disagreements. And it may kind of feel like you and somebody are at odds. It may feel like you're kind of popping off a little bit. You may be trying to force something. Somebody may be trying to force you. Again, it feels very much like heads butting, but it's asking for patience. It's asking for patience. It's asking you to build something slowly and that things take time. You know, House 2 is a natural Taurus house. And if it's in reversed, it may be saying that you're trying to push something too hard, or you're trying to force something, or maybe somebody else is doing that to you. But it's asking for patience. And that conflict is not the enemy. How you deal with conflict can be the enemy, or it can be your best friend. So I feel like that's kind of what it may be saying during this time. Because we still have, you know, Mercury is going to be opposing, not exact this weekend, but it's going to be opposing Uranus in your sign. So there can be this kind of back and forth between you and somebody else. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Let's move on to Gemini. Well, that looks like shit, but whatever. All right, give me just a second here. Jesus Christ. Oh, what the fuck is that? Hey, Mr. Arlo. Hi, baby. Are you a good boy? Are you a very good boy? Yes. I love you, buddy. Okay. All right, Gemini, let's see what you don't see coming for this weekend. Violetta, I'm enjoying these astrology lessons. They're helping me understand the house part of the charts I have yet to study. Oh, yeah, sure. Sure. Good, 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 good. Bye, Lori. Wait, what? Witness protection program. Might as well be. You're talking about me. All right, so Gemini, let's see. 4 Pentacles in your energy. The Star for what you don't see coming, but in reverse. We have Aquarius. King of Pentacles reverse for how you're responding to it. Oh, God. All right. Okay. Why the 4 of Pentacles? The 4 of Wands. Okay. I think that a lot of you, it can be that you're kind of holding your tongue about something. You may not be expressing all of your thoughts and what it is that you're thinking. And for whatever reason, I'm sure that you have a good reason. It can be that you are trying to not kind of ruin the mood. Like, for instance, maybe you are out with family or friends, or a partner or whatever, and you have certain thoughts that you realize you're going to need to speak at some point, but you may not want to ruin the mood or something like that, and so you're just kind of, you don't want to ruin the fun, and so you're like, I'll just kind of keep it to myself. I think that you're in a pretty playful mood with that Page of Wands, and you seem to be very talkative, but I do think that you are reserving some of your thoughts for later or for another time. For others of you, I really see you maybe saving up, maybe to move, for a house, to buy presents, maybe saving up for a vacation. Four of Wands can be like a celebration of some sort, or a relationship, or a move, or whatever it is. And so you can be saving up for that during this time. I think that for some of you, there can be some level of creative pursuits that you're focused on. You can be wanting to start a YouTube channel, or do some painting, or start a business. And you're ready to do it. You're excited, right? And I think that you have the right mindset for it. And so you can be being a little bit reserved with your resources because of this long-term thing that you're trying to focus on. Because I think that you're in something for the long haul. The Star reversed for what you don't see coming, with the Ace of Cups reversed and the 4 of Swords. Okay. Why? A lot of you can find yourselves a bit drained this weekend, okay? And it can be because you're not really sure what you're supposed to be doing. You may be a little bit confused in regards to your higher purpose, or what it is that you actually want. And so you may decide to spend a little bit more time alone, or sir. Oh, sorry, Arlo. Sorry, Arlo wanted to go outside, my dog. So you can be kind of like, okay, well, I thought I wanted to do this, or, I was going to do this or whatever, but you may do it and you may just find that you don't have a lot of passion for something. You may also feel like something that you are involved with, you don't really have a lot of hope in. It doesn't feel like it's part of your purpose. It doesn't feel like a higher calling. And you can just feel like there's something that you've been doing for a while that's more so draining your energy than anything. So whether it's a relationship or some kind of pursuit, you may be finding like, God, I really don't think that I even want to do this anymore. Or I don't, if you're in a situation and you feel like it's just constantly taking from you, that may not be the right situation or the right path for you. And so you may be finding that you're needing to make a judgment call that you really didn't expect that you were going to have to make. For some of you, if I'm going to be honest, I know this is like hard to hear. You may have been wanting to go to this like party or this event or something like that, or you may have been planning like to go out or something. And then you kind of find like, you know what? Maybe it's not that you don't have the money, but you're like, maybe I need to prioritize what it is that I'm doing, because otherwise I'm not going to have money for this, or I'm not going to have money for this XYZ. Okay, so you may end up like unexpectedly staying home, but I think it will be for the better in the long run. It's just going to feel a little crappy in the moment. For others of you, okay. For others of you, it can be a reconciliation with that judgment card there. Okay. But you can find like this person, whoever this is, seems a little indifferent, apathetic, or attached. Okay. And you can notice that it's coming from an unhealed place. you can feel like this person has lost faith and is feeling drained emotionally. All right. But it's like you didn't expect it. Like somebody may do this where they're like, yeah, you know what? I actually don't think that I want to go out, or I actually don't think that I want to go to this party. Or so somebody else could be doing that to you. And you're like, oh, okay. The King of Pentacles reversed is how you're responding, with the King of Cups reversed and the Queen of Pentacles. There's something about a celebration or a party or like a lot of people. I feel like you're going to go anyway. It just feels like the way that you're responding is by being around a lot of people. Like there's people that you're around, there's people that you're hanging out with. You seem to be maybe working really hard on something. You seem to be very determined. Like maybe, for instance, maybe you want to go fucking speed dating. Okay. Maybe you want to go speed dating and your friend was going to come with you that you haven't seen in a while. And then they're like, you know what? I just really don't think I can make it. I'm not feeling too well or whatever. And then you're like, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to go, and then you end up going anyway. That's kind of the vibe that it's giving me, to be honest, Gemini. What do you need to release in reverse? Getting better. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Welcome improvements one step at a time. And then you have House 7, which is about your one-on-one relationships. Can you explain that? What do you need to release in reverse card? The 7 of Cups. So I feel like for you, it's not really about what you need to release, but it's what you need to hold on to. The 7 of Cups, this is like what you need to hold on to, the 7 of Cups can be like a little bit of fantasy, a little bit about exploring your options. Something doesn't have to be one thing. It doesn't have to be one path. It doesn't have to be this specific person. They don't have to look exactly like this and be, whatever it is. So I feel like it's asking you to kind of explore the possibilities, keep that sense of fantasy and discovery within you, and it's not, again, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So allow yourself to open yourself up to the possibilities of new relationships and different kinds of people, because I do see a lot of people here, and for House 7 to come out and maybe asking you to explore or be more social in your relationships. Okay. That's what I have for you, Gemini. You're welcome, Mojo. No problem, Candy. House 7, Leo placement, question mark. What's the question mark for? What do you mean? Chase, I looked for them on Temu. I didn't see them, unfortunately. All right, we're moving on to Cancer. Is house 7 in the sign of Leo? It depends on the rising sign. If you're a whole sign Aquarius rising, then Leo would be in your 7th house because the ascendant is one sign, and then whatever is across from that sign is the opposite sign. So Taurus rising in the 1st house. What's the opposite of Taurus? Scorpio. That is the sister opposite sign, right? The opposite sign of Aquarius is Leo. Did you try the butter beer? Absolutely, I did. It was so good. Oh my God, it was so good. Non-alcoholic, obviously, but it was so freaking good. So good. I love the way you say Cancer. Cancer is my favorite sign. I love Cancers. But Deb, if you're talking about starting from Aries rising, the traditional natal chart, then Libra is the natural ruler. Okay, it's a natural Libran house, if that's what you mean. I love Scorpios too, though. I love Cancers. What's up, Monique? Okay. All right, Cancer. I really need to study this part. Thanks, Violetta. That makes sense. Sure. Well, if you want to know about the 7th house, I mean, it can also be your marketplace, your therapist, business partners, things like that. It's also 7th house is also your shadow side, or a part of you that you don't always necessarily want to admit about yourself. Okay. 3 of Pentacles reversed, Cancer, is in your energy. What you don't see coming is the Queen of Cups. The 10 of Swords reversed for how you're responding to it. Okay. The Temperance reversed. The 10 of Cups. Okay. You know, I think that you're kind of running out of patience a little bit when it comes to the people that you work with, people that maybe you're trying to collaborate with, or just people that you're trying to get on the same page with. You may feel unappreciated and underappreciated at work, or in regards to a project that you're working on with other people. I would be cautious, because you can end up like getting in an argument with someone, and you may end up responding in a way that is a little bit self-righteous, or you may be dealing with some kind of discomfort by falling into an unhealthy coping mechanism, right? The Temperance reverse can be like where we're overdoing it a little bit. So I think for you, with that 3 of Pentacles reverse and the Temperance reverse, like you may feel very determined to make a point to somebody at work, or somebody that you're working with, even a therapist, whatever. But you may like overdo it. Like it's going to be obvious that you're just trying to make a point instead of having healthy conversation. The 10 of Cups is here, which tells me that if you're in a relationship or you have a spouse or you have family around you, that's what you're very, very like focused on. So even though maybe people at work you're not necessarily getting along with, or your business partners or whatever, you have people that support you. You have family that loves and supports you. And that can be kind of where your focus is. What you don't see coming, the Queen of Cups, the Death card, and the 7 of Swords reversed. What's the Death card? Okay. If I'm going to be honest with you, Cancer, there can be somebody who is confessing their feelings to you. Maybe after an ending, or they can confess to you that something has changed in regards to how they're feeling about you. And their emotions can be changing for the better. And it can be because they had assumed something about you that maybe wasn't necessarily true, or if there was drama between you and this person, they're kind of putting an end to it. And they're just being very honest with you about how they feel. And I think it's coming from a really good place, because it seems like there's some level of evolution that's taking place in regards to how this person is emotionally communicating to you. And it's giving you some insight in regards to how this person thinks. For some of you, it can be that this person has a bit of a guilty conscience about something. And so they can be being very transparent with you about whatever that is. But it looks like this person just really loves you and really cares about you with that Queen of Cups. That Queen of Cups, it could be another Cancer, maybe. But that Queen of Cups can also be you. For some of you, okay, for some of you, it can be that if this Queen of Cups is you, you can be unexpectedly losing feelings for someone. Okay, to be fair. And for some reason, you may feel guilty about it. All right. Or you may start to have feelings for another person that you feel like you shouldn't have feelings for. And you may feel some kind of way about that. But I don't feel that way, because you have the 10 of Cups in your energy. So it feels pretty positive. Let's see how you're responding to this then. 10 of Swords reversed, 7 of Pentacles, okay, and the 9 of Wands reversed. You know what it looks like to me? It looks like, because I said, well, what's the unexpected thing? The 7 of Wands reversed. The 7 of Wands can be negative, but it depends, right? Like the 7 of Wands reverse can also be where we're kind of letting down our guard a little bit, where we're like, okay, well, let me just be open. Let me stop being so defensive, or trying to like, protect my turf. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and then I see you with that 9 of Wands reverse, which makes me feel like you're also letting your guard down. Okay. That 10 of Swords reverse leads me to believe that there was some kind of ending in the past, some level of betrayal that you're essentially trying to overcome. Because I think that you are interested in evolving something, and you're very invested in that. And so the way that you're responding to this person or the situation is you are invested. You are invested in the situation, and you're letting your guard down. Like, don't get me wrong. I think that you have some concerns or some paranoias, but the 10 of Cups is in your energy. For some of you, maybe you're getting into a relationship. Why is that 9 of Wands reversed? The Sun. Oh. So for some reason, you may have had your guard up for a while, and now you're like, you know what? This person makes me so happy, or this situation makes me so happy. I'm letting down my guard. I'm not going to fucking be paranoid anymore, or whatever it is. You're like, you seem so excited. You're like so excited. You're like, oh my God, yes. I've been waiting for this moment. That's what it feels like. Like you've been waiting for someone to talk to you, So it just feels really gushy, happy, comfortable, you know, all the things that you guys like. I'm not mad at it. You're very close to achieving your goal, but it's reversed. Okay. Act with clarity, focus your intentions, navigate decisions with clear insight and purpose. Conjunction. So I do think that you're going to come together with someone. Conjunction in astrology is two planets coming together. So I do feel like there will be some kind of union. And it's saying that in regards to whatever this is, you still have a long ways ahead of you. Like there's still a lot of work to be done with that. You're very close to achieving your goal reverse. Okay. So this is going to be a while. So like be prepared, right? Because you're not close, barely. You've just barely scratched the surface. You're at the tip of the iceberg, essentially. So it's saying if you can act with a clear head, a clear mind, being very honest with yourself, knowing exactly what you want out of a situation, what you're willing to do and what you're not, then this can really come together in a way that is beneficial for you and potentially the other person if there's something going on there. But I don't think that's bad at all. I think it looks pretty good. Let's move on to Leo. Oh, wow, Mira, really? Dang. I want Harry Potter tarot cards so bad. I got a headache, but I don't want to take any painkillers. I guess it's time for more coffee. What's up, 12th house stellium girl? I have a question. Being a 12th house stellium, do you just feel like you get your ass kicked on the daily? Do you just feel like you get your ass kicked all the time? Hello, baby. Bye. Never. Not in a million years. See ya. I like your handwriting. Really? Thanks. That's not my real handwriting. It's just make it as big as I possibly can so everyone can see it. You need to eat? I just did. Oh my God, why are these cards so hard to shuffle? Feel better? Thank you. Oh, really, Deb? That's interesting. I think I've heard of that before. They have it on AliExpress. Oh, I want it. Love your hair color. Thank you. Apples will help. Natural caffeine. I love apples. Apples are my favorite fruit. Honey Crisp apples. All right. All righty. I think I need to be out in nature today. I can feel it. I can really feel it. I need to go touch grass. I need to write some poetry. Okay, last one. Are those lives draining to you? Sometimes, not always. I think I need balance, you know? is all it really is. I really want to do other things. Like I really like acting, but I can't get over myself. I really always want to try acting. I've worked with some acting coaches, but I'm always too scared and I don't think I'm pretty enough. And so I avoid it, but I need that. I need more self-expression, right? Where nothing is necessarily like a certain service isn't necessarily expected of me, where I can just express myself in the way that I want and not just be that, like I need that balance in my life. And I want to do things, but I'm always like, I can never really get over myself, which is such a problem. I'm very critical of myself. Okay, so let's do Leo. Leo, let's see what you have coming this week. The High Priestess reversed for your energy. The Two of Cups reverse for what you don't see coming, how you're responding to it. The Nine of Cups. Okay. You're not too worried about it. Okay. Let's see that High Priestess, the Empress. Wow. The Nine of Swords reversed. Okay. Something about that High Priestess reversed. So funny. I was just talking about this. You have been pretty critical of yourself, I think, for a while. And it's really stifled your growth. Okay. And I think it's because you've realized you've put a little bit too much stock into other people's opinions of you or what they have to say or, whatever their thoughts are about you. You've put too much emphasis on that. But you're realizing that. There's an understanding of that now. And you are not just finding your value, but you're creating more value for yourself. There's a glow up that you're having. And it's crazy what we can do when we get out of our heads and we get into our bodies with that High Priestess reverse, Empress, Nine of Swords reverse. You're getting out of your head about something. You're like, you know what? This is so funny. I feel like I was just literally talking about this right before. I don't have any Leo placements. That's so weird. And so you're realizing how beautiful or handsome you are, how creative you are, how talented you are, how you literally have everything that you need in order to create the life that you truly want, or in order to create the appearance that you want, or the body that you want, or something in regards to creativity, or maybe it's a relationship. But the Empress is highly, highly feminine. In my opinion, the most feminine card you could possibly get. And the Empress is all about receiving, creating from where she stands. I think about the Empress like she sits on her throne, right? She is who she is. She isn't going to get off her throne to go chase anybody down or to make somebody see her worth. She doesn't need to. She creates right from her throne where she's at, and people come bearing gifts, and that's really the Empress in my head. And that's what you're doing. It's a really beautiful energy, Leo. I feel like somebody is wronging you, if I'm going to be honest, or somebody has a refusal to be honest about a mistake that they made. And there's this apprehension that they have. There's this refusal to apologize. There's this refusal to make things right. Even though like what they're doing is totally fucking unjustified. What they've done is totally unjustified. They're like gonna die on that hill. Like, okay, then die, right? Not literally, but you know what I mean? Because there's just a refusal to understand. It's like this person is trying to This person is trying to knock you off your throne, essentially. It's like they want you to second guess yourself. They want you to feel bad about yourself. And like, once you have the realization of that, you're like, oh, this is about you, not me. That's the vibe. I love how you're responding to this. The 9 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles reversed, and the 8 of Pentacles. You know the standard that you have set for yourself, but you're also well aware of the standard that you either have or that you need to set for who is allowed in your life and who's not. You are not going to prioritize whomever or whatever this is. What you are going to prioritize is your own sense of happiness. Because you are doing that, you are getting something that you asked for. You are getting something that you wished for. You are getting something that you've wanted. And it feels really fucking good. Damn, this is great, Leo. Don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, I'll say. Serene haven, embrace tranquility as you refuge where serenity blossoms and peace enfolds your being. House 6 reverse. House 6 in its shadow side can be somebody who is too overgiving, too critical. It can be somebody who feels like they always need to be in service to someone, right? And I feel like you need to let go of that. Like this notion that you need to overgive or overserve or overprovide to people, those days are gone. Okay. You need to create a space for yourself that feels comfortable, that feels authentically you. Really gorgeous energy. So this is my favorite reading, actually. I thought it was the Aries one. And at first it was, and then it was like, oh my God, this is the saddest shit I've ever heard in my life. So Leo wins for the day. Me too, Deb. All right. So now I'm going to answer questions. All right. Anybody want to get their last super chat questions in? You can. Also, you guys, don't forget, I am doing a promotion for the Gemini full moon, a mix of astrology, light astrology, and a tarot reading for the Gemini full moon that's happening on the 4th. That reading is available on Hipsy in my recorded reading services, but it does end this Saturday. So if you want to get on that, get on that. Also, I am going to be doing free super chat questions through my Instagram. So if you want to do free super chat questions, if you have a question, you just really can't afford it and you need some help, I am going to be providing those. But you have to be following me on Instagram. My Instagram is Violetta Alexis. It is my name. And if you need that information, you can also look in the description box below. So I will be providing that on Saturday at, I believe, 11 a.m. Okay. Just keep up with my Instagram to know for sure. All right, let's see here. All right, so we have number 1. Okay, number 1. Let's see. As far as LinkedIn goes, no, I don't think that's the place that you need to be looking. I think if you do find something on LinkedIn, I think it's going to feel forced. I think it's going to feel like an inconvenience. It's not really going to resonate with you. You may feel very scattered to accept said job from LinkedIn. I don't think it's there. I think LinkedIn is kind of blocking you from finding what it is that you're really supposed to be doing. Okay. I think it's going to be through networking. Number one, I think that what you're looking for is going to be through networking. I think that you may be focused in the wrong place, but you're looking in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place, as I think that you probably are very well aware. For the King of Swords to show up with that Page of Cups, there can be somebody who may be a great advisor, specifically a masculine figure. It doesn't have to be, it can be a woman who's masculine, but this is an air sign. So this can be on social media, at a networking event, on social media in regards to maybe you find a YouTube video about starting your own social media business or something like that. The King of Swords is Aquarius energy. This can be astrology, social media, again, networking, community, things like that. People that have a similar mindset as you. So, for instance, if I am into finance and I love the stock market, then maybe I need to join a stock market financial Discord group or something like that. Also, this may be, if you do this, if you go to like some kind of networking event, like for instance, on meetup.com, they have a lot of networking events for like entrepreneurs or people that are, in the market for a job. They have these kinds of events there. And I think that if you find you spread yourself around in regards to networking and different people in social media, this is probably where you're going to find an offer. But it may be something that feels small at first, but then becomes something that you really, really love. But I feel like it's going to be something that's out of your comfort zone because it's Aquarius. It's probably going to be something that you didn't expect. Okay. So I would say for you, I think that you should network and be going to like meetups, joining discords or, watching specific YouTube videos, because I feel like you may end up doing something that you didn't expect. It's almost like it's almost like, it's in an unexpected environment or an unexpected place that you find it. Like a thing that you normally wouldn't ever do. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much, number one. Best of luck. All right, number two. Two questions that are unrelated. Okay. Yeah, number two, you're definitely not somebody that tolerates bullshit easily. You definitely call people out, so I can understand. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Okay, in regards to staying where you've lived, let's see the outcome of that. Give me one more. Mm. No, I feel like you need to let this go. The hangman to me is like needing to make a sacrifice in order to open yourself up to new possibilities. Um, so I think that you're probably going to feel like if you stay there, you're just going to feel like you're hanging around. You're just going to feel like you're a little bit stagnant. Let's see the hometown. I don't think that's it either. Strength reversed, 10 of wands reversed. Let's see. I'm going to get one more. Okay. 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 Unexpected. So in regards to your hometown with the strength reverse, the 10 of wands reverse, and then I said, well, what's going to happen if she goes there? And then I got the 10 of pentacles. Not going to lie, as a quadruple sign, I don't think I could really pass that up. I think it's going to take a lot out of you for a while, or even at first. You may feel like going back there is something that's a little difficult to handle, or you may feel for some reason like you bit off a little bit more than you can chew. But you may even feel like you're not as passionate about living there, for instance, or you're not really confident there. However, I think after a long time, I think it could be somewhere where you really end up figuring out what you want to do either long time, or this can be where you meet the partner of your dreams, something very long term, or where you make the most money that you've ever fucking made in your life, quite frankly. This is like 10 of Pentacles is somewhere where you settle down. And so I think that if that's what you want, if you're looking for somewhere to settle down, I think that this can be it. And I think that you could really end up focusing on your legacy, or finding the relationship of your dreams in your hometown. Okay. But I don't think it's going to be easy at first. And I think your hometown is just like, oh God, just kind of, we're just going with the flow of things. It's like, you're not, it's going to feel like it requires a lot out of you to stay here. Because the Knight of Swords reverse and the Hangman can be a bit of a passive approach to something. So I don't think it's either of these places. Can I get some advice for that? It's somewhere you've been before. Somewhere that you've been before, but it felt like a missed opportunity. It's somewhere you've visited, or somewhere you've lived maybe, but you may have had a missed opportunity there. Something may have not worked out before, but where you need to go is somewhere that you've already been, not somewhere that you've never been. Okay. As far as how to deal with this person, the Emperor. Okay, give me another one. The Emperor is Aries energy, okay? The Emperor is incredibly responsible. The Emperor is a leader. The Emperor is sometimes a guide, somebody who is gonna get shit done regardless. Somebody who's going to put any kind of petty feelings aside and lead by example. So perhaps instead of, calling this person out, maybe like what is the best way I can give you, how can I give you an example of this? Like there's something like there's a way that this person would respond by you leading by example. Okay. Instead of like, you can show them better than you can tell them is what I'm getting. So for instance, let's say that this person is an alcoholic. Okay. I would know all about that back in my day. Let's say that this person is an alcoholic and then they're always complaining that they're hungover, or maybe they don't say they're hungover. Maybe they say they just don't have any motivation, and life isn't the same, and they're just so unmotivated. And then they're like, oh, you want to go out to drink this weekend? And you're like, no, I want to make sure that I stay motivated, right? Like, use those similar language that they've used about their complaints and be like, no, I want to stay motivated. I want to stay grounded. I want to look my best. I want to look hot, this winter or whatever. And I think that I'm going to go ahead and go to the gym, and I'm going to get some really good sleep, and I'm going to focus on my skincare, and I'm going to, and it may make this person like, oh, well, maybe that's what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of giving that vibe. Adjustments are required, reversed. Roots of success, secure your foundation, fostering growth and stability for a thriving journey ahead. Okay. And then Mars reversed. So I don't think this is about being impulsive. I don't think you need to be going full steam ahead with something quite yet. So like, I feel like I need to come up with another example. Like, you're needing to set the foundation for what you're getting ready to take action on. So this is like, if we know that, we need to fix our car, but we want to go on a road trip, we're not going to go on the road trip knowing that we need to still fix our car and that there is a chance that the car is going to break down, right? No, we need to do a check engine light, right? We need to check the engine, check the tires, before we just go off. Okay. That's kind of what I'm feeling like. So I'm not saying you're going on a road trip, but you get what I'm saying. Okay. So whatever that means for you. Alrighty. Thank you, number 2. What's up, number 3? It's good to see you. Whatever comes out, surprise me, period. Okay. Okay. Why the star reversed? Why the devil reversed? This is the time where you grab life by the balls, number 3, okay? This is a time where you overcome some kind of shadow aspect of yourself in December, and you empower yourself by taking control over your own life. There's some kind of financial opportunity, health opportunity, fitness opportunity, something tangible that is getting ready to happen. But for some reason, you lack the faith. You feel like you need to prove something. You feel like you are not good enough. And that's exactly what's going to trip you up. So you're needing to be very real with yourself about whatever this is. I do think you are being very real with yourself, but don't lose the faith or don't lose hope just because some insecurity is getting to your head that may cause you to miss some opportunity, because this looks really, really good. And I think that whatever this opportunity is something that is going to empower you and potentially lead you to some kind of dream that you've been attempting to accomplish for a while. Okay. It's telling you to focus on your finances, that King of Pentacles. Focus on your finances, your business, structuring your life. 4 Wands. You need like a good work-life balance, I think, as well. 6 of Cups. This is what you're needing to focus on. So this is about your foundation, the foundation for your life, okay? And that is in regards to your finances. That is in regards to your health and your possessions and your relationships. 4 Wands, 6 of Cups. This is also building a solid foundation for yourself, so that way you can have more fun. So that way you can incorporate more love into your life. Okay. Okay. What you need to take your focus away from, Ace of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Be cautious on spreading yourself too thin. It's good to have a good work-life balance, but if you choose too many paths at once, you're not going to have a path at all. Okay. So whether that's in regards to love relationships, or maybe it's too many projects at once, or whatever it is, you're needing to get very clear about your intentions. Prosperity lies ahead. Okay. I'm telling you something about your money, something about business, something like that. Fulfill promise, stay committed to your path, for each step forward brings you closer to your destined fulfillment. So what are your intentions? Because I feel like you don't really trust something, and you're needing to trust your path. You're needing to trust your abilities. You're needing to trust your worth. You're needing to trust your skills to be able to get you there, because there is prosperity on the other side of the door. You just need to know your intention before opening it. Thank you, number 3. We have number 4. Okay. What are his true intentions for the relationship right now? Let me see. The 5 of Pentacles, the Sun reversed, the 7 of Wands. It's like, I think that his intention is to maintain what you guys already have, but there are some doubts that he has. He's lacking the optimism a little bit. I think this man is a little fearful of potentially being abandoned or being left out in some way, shape, or form. And so that 5 of Pentacles, he may be a little fearful. Okay. He may, he may be a little fearful for some reason. Why is he fearful? The Chariot, because he has a lot of fears or just doubts that he can have a victory in this. He may feel apprehensive. He may also lack direction. Why the Sun reversed? The 3 of Swords. He's holding on to some level of pain, and I don't know if it has something to do with you or not, but he's holding on to some level of pain that's very uncomfortable, that's causing him to lack optimism in the situation. So it's like he seems to be wanting to maintain something while kind of keeping you at arm's length a little bit. As far as what you can do personally, let's see. The Death card, any kind of issues, nip them in the butt. Don't let them fester. Don't try to sweep them under the rug. Don't do that. Focus on change, evolution, having strong, healthy boundaries, okay? Because that's going to keep him accountable and you accountable for things. The King of Wands. Focus on what makes you happy and passionate together. Try not to focus so much on the problems. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't talk about them. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't what was I going to say? Adjust something that needs to be fixed or adjusted, but try to have fun. Try to have fun in the connection. Try to be flirtatious and exciting and confident. Like, confidence is going to be your best friend in this connection, in my opinion. What's that Death card? The 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, don't hold on to old ways of doing things. Fear doesn't really have a place here. Courage does. Not fear, courage. Hold your vision. Tide of transition. Embrace the tides of change with openness, allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transformation into love and work. So again, something about change. Something needs to change. Something needs to evolve. I feel like you have a very specific idea of what you want, and I think that you should be able to have it. The trine is in reverse. A trine aspect in astrology is something that's very flowing and easy, and it just ebbs and flows. It's not difficult, right? But for it to be reversed, I feel like it's telling you that you're going to need to go with the flow of this connection. That's what's going to make it easy. Not trying to push something, not trying to force anything, not trying to hold on to control, but going with the flow. Thank you, number 4. Number 5. Let's see. You will get an email. You'll get an email, Darcy. All right, number 5. Okay. Okay, let's see what the outcome looks like with this person, number 5. Oh, wow. Okay. Lovers and the 2 of Cups. Damn. Well, I'm not going to lie. Number 5, I don't think you could have got a better pairing of cards. Love, intimacy, understanding, sharing things with one another. This is a very strong soulmate vibe, but like times 10. So this looks very positive to me. I really don't have anything negative to say. So congrats. Nothing negative to say on that one. I mean, it's only a 2-card pull, but looks really, really good. Potentially a higher level of commitment as well. We have number 6. Okay, the outcome with R is, 2 of Wands, the Strength card. I think that it's going to be passionate and everything, but I think it's going to cause either him or you or both of you to come out of your comfort zone, but that may be a little bit difficult. But I feel like there would be enough love and or enough passion to be able to do that and actually make legitimate plans. So I would say that the first one looks a little bit more passionate and exciting. This one seems more sturdy, I guess you could say. Thanks, number 6. Number 7. Okay, as far as the first question you asked about the crime, what's that 10 of Wands reversed, the Hierophant reversed? I think that I don't see anything about that per se. With the 10 of Wands reversed in regards to what kind of family this is, I would say that, especially with the Hierophant reverse that's clarifying the 10 of Wands reverse, I feel like these are people that are maybe a bit unconventional, a little different. They may have certain worldviews that they may not always take responsibility for, or, they may tend to make things harder on others because they are so unconventional or because they feel like other people have to kind of conform to what it is that they feel or what it is that they think. The moon is here with the 8 of Cups. I feel like these can be very private people that may have some kind of fears within the family, or there can be some kind of secrets that they're really not wanting to look at or deal with. The Temperance is here though. So I feel like the Temperance being here, these can be like very balanced people or very patient, spiritual people. I don't think they're religious. I feel like they're spiritual because the Hierophant is reversed and the Temperance is in the uprights. But I'm not seeing anything about like what you said. There can be some secrets. They can be a little bit pushy in regards to their own beliefs, but I'm not necessarily seeing something like what you said. Do they have something of yours? Yes or no? No. Okay. No, I don't think so. What is their intention with her? The Page of Wands, the Fool. The Page of Wands and the Fool are these people's intentions with you. Seems like they want to be lighthearted. They want to start on a new path. They want you to trust them, or vice versa, or both. I don't know. I don't really this energy is a little secretive or weird, but I wouldn't necessarily say like, The Queen of Wands is asking you to be confident and be a leader and not be afraid of something. A time for healing reversed, Uranus, and on your own. It's time to take some alone time or be single to get a new perspective. I feel like you need to break free from something. Okay. I don't know if you're just in this constant state of healing and you just need to get out of that. You need to like go on your own path. Maybe you're needing to rebel a little bit. Or if you have been refusing some kind of healing journey on your own, and maybe that's what you need to do. But this is asking you to break free from something and kind of go on your own for a while. Okay. Thank you, number 7. Now we have number 8. Oh, no, not the love bomb. All right, number 8. Let me see their intentions towards you. The World reverse and the Hangman reverse. They want to explore some kind of unfinished business, but I don't know if they're necessarily willing to make any sacrifices or even be willing to see or understand your personal perspective on things. I feel like the Knight of Wands reversed to the Emperor. I feel like this is the type of person who wants the power without the passion, or they want the power without the responsibility a little bit. Like, I think this person wants to be seen by you in a very specific way. Like, they want you to see them as a daddy, or they want you to see them as a leader or something like that. Okay. I feel like they want attention. They want you to perceive them in a certain way. That's what I got from that, number 8. So I would trust your intuition on that one. Number 9, which readings tonight are for you. We have Capricorn and we have Aquarius. Capricorn and Aquarius are yours. Thank you, number 9. Number 10. All right, let's see. Okay. The 6 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles reverse. I feel like you want some level of notoriety or applause or some kind of accolades, but it's like you're needing to build something. You may be needing to have passion for what it is that you do, but you're needing to build some kind of groundwork before you do it. I do think that you can get a lot of recognition for something if you choose to, but you have to stop putting something off. That's what I got. That is what I got from that, my darling. Thank you, number 10. Number 11. What sign should you listen to? Leo and Taurus. Leo and Taurus, baby. Thank you, number 11. We have number 12. Okay. Let me see how they're thinking about you first. The 2 of Swords, the Ace of Swords. I feel like they want to talk or they want some communication, but I also feel like they're kind of avoiding it because they're afraid it's going to cause chaos and they want peace, honestly. Their intentions, 3 of Cups, they want to come together with you. Aw, I feel like they're watching you. They're watching you or they're thinking about you. I think that they want to come together. They want to be friendly. I don't see anything bad here. I think there's a little bit of fear, but they're open-minded and they're open to discussion. Feelings, the Knight of Cups reversed and the 10 of Swords reversed. They're definitely in a fucking mood. You know, like I'm not going to lie. They're a little in a mood. They may feel like they have projected something onto you or you them. You know, there can be some jealousy or some shitty emotional feelings that they're having a hard time getting over, honestly. Don't let pride get in your way is your advice. Okay, well, self-explanatory. Small steps, the small wins, the small triumphs, the everyday victories, celebrate them. They will take you there. So maybe this is something you're needing to slowly work up to, okay? House 5 is in reverse. So I feel like take it seriously. Don't let pride get in your way of some kind of relationship with this person. I'm not saying that it is, but that's the card that popped up. So for some reason that did come out, okay? But I feel like, you know, doing small things, putting out a little message, just saying something small, whatever it is that you got to do to work up towards the kind of relationship that maybe you want with this person, okay? I don't feel like it's bad. It looks really good. Honestly, it really does. Thank you, number 12. Now we have number 13. Ooh, how fun. Okay. All right, let's see about tomorrow. How is this going to go from number 13's perspective? The King of Cups. Okay, damn. The King of Swords and the King of Cups. I feel like there's going to be great conversation. You may see yourself dating this person for real, or you may see yourself actually falling in love with this person. And you very well may. This could just be the beginning, if I'm going to be honest with you. What about her? What about how she's seeing it? The Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. She could be being very critical of herself or you, okay? And I don't know if she's like saying it outright, but she may kind of lose her patience with something, or she may be a little apprehensive. She may be like cautious of what other people are going to think for whatever reason. Like the way that you're perceiving it is really great, but she's being very critical of it for some reason. Like she's losing her patience, or she's like, well, maybe I'm just wasting my time, or something like that. I don't know why. I was not expecting that. Thank you, number 13. Number 14, this person's intentions with you. Oops, I put these cards in the wrong damn place. Yep, sure did. Oops, okay. Intentions with you, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Swords. I feel like they have a lot of questions. I feel like they want what they want. You know, they might be a little bit self-serving, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think this person wants you, but they don't need you. I think that they're looking to fulfill some kind of self-serving desire, but not in like a nefarious way, not in a negative way. I think that they just want a conversation. They want to explore things with you, and they just have a lot of questions. They seem to want some kind of communication with you, but they do want what they want. That is what they're focused on. Okay. Thank you, number 14. Love you. Number 15, the feelings. Wow. Queen of Cups, Six of Swords. If you guys had any issues in the past, I feel like this is somebody who's trying to ease your mind or calm your mind. I don't think this is anybody who's interested in playing games with you, doing any weird manipulative things. I think this person is either in love with you, or that is the kind of relationship that they're wanting with you. Number 16. Okay. 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 A Pisces, potentially. This can be somebody who's hiding something about money from you. Or it can be that somebody is offering you help, but there's hidden motives behind it. There's strings attached. Okay. So it's telling you to trust your intuition, because you already sense it, or you're going to sense it. It could be around a Pisces or a moon in Taurus, or just a Taurus energy, because the High Priestess is Pisces, and then the Six of Pentacles is technically moon in Taurus. Okay. But it's somebody that may offer you help, or, you know, maybe somebody who's prying about your financial situation, something like that. Number 17. Okay. The fuck? Sorry, hold on. That's weird. Well, what are you going to do? Okay, so number 17. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Swords reversed, Four of Swords reversed, Eight of Swords reversed. Definitely something with the mind. You think about the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. What is Jupiter? Jupiter is a guide. It is the higher mind. It is the philosopher. It is the guru. It is the teacher. It is the educator. Okay. It is faith. It is morality. It is also justice. A lot of people associate Libra with justice. Yes, that can absolutely be the case. But Jupiter is also like law and things like that. Not saying you're going to be a lawyer, but all of those definitions that I gave you, it can be in regards to like ninth house things. Okay. So I want you to go online and I want you to research ninth house careers. That is likely going to be what it is around. Okay. So a lot of the things that I already told you have to do with that. It can be like publishing, it can be like an editor, something to do with writing, broadcasting, anything like that. And it can be something around like healing or the mind, anything to do with like trauma, maybe, but it's definitely mind oriented. It's definitely mind oriented. Okay. Speaking, teaching, writing, publishing, philosophy, guru, life coach. You can see things like this. So maybe even astrology can be a thing if you're into that, but thank you, number 17. I hope that helped. Good luck, obviously. And then we have number 18. Okay. So let's see the mutual energy between these two people first together to see what that's kind of. Whoops, why do I keep putting these damn cards in the wrong freaking pile? Okay. The 10 of Cups, it seems to be very loving. They seem to care about each other a lot. There seems to be a lot of love there. The Queen of Swords reverse, it can be that we're not so focused on logic. Like, this can be where we're over consumed with emotion and, oh, I love you, no, I love you, da, 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 but we're not really thinking clearly all the time. There can be like certain things that are left unsaid or that we're kind of sweeping under the rug a little bit as well. Where is it heading? The Three of Wands reverse, the Hermit reverse. There can be something in this relationship because there's like a lack of logic or follow through or really thinking about things logically in regards to the connection, where plans may not go as they wanted. There may be some impatience or frustration due to a level of paranoia, or somebody didn't do their shadow work. Somebody may have some mental issues that, to be honest with you, that kind of get in the mix of this connection or this relationship. And as far as what your advice is with Kay, okay, let's see where you stand with this person first. The Justice and the Ace of Wands reversed. This person wants to do what's right for everyone, but they don't have a lot of motivation. Like, they're a little spent. They're not, again, very motivated or feeling very inspired. I feel like they're committed to being a good person or trying to do like the right thing. But at the same time, there's something about this person where they feel like, oh, this is just, I'm at such a loss, or no matter what I do, it's just not good enough, or no matter what I do, there's always some kind of mind games, or it feels like they're mentally tired, but they're still trying to show up and like be a good person or do the right thing, or that's what they want to do. As far as your advice with said person, the Eight of Wands reversed and the Judgment reversed. I feel like this is not about brushing things under the rug or putting your foot in your mouth. Not saying that you're going to do that, but this is more so about making the right judgment call through accountability, honesty, and transparency. And again, not ignoring something that likely needs to be discussed or talked about. Okay? Nothing is yet set in stone reversed. Just go with it, embrace spontaneity, and trust the journey, remaining open to unexpected twists and turns along the way. And then you have a Gemini reversed. I feel like you don't have all of the facts in regards to a situation, but you being too like hyper focused on something, like I feel like something is already set in stone, if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, like there's someone is very adamant about something already, okay, or you may need to be. But trying to force something else to happen, like something is going to pan out in a certain way regardless. So you like overthinking or stressing out about it is not going to do you any favors. I know that sounds really shitty to hear, okay? But that's what I got. That's what I got for you.
Thank you, darling. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. I love you. Shout out to my mods. Please take care of yourselves. Please have a beautiful evening. I will figure out how to do the horizontal stream so we don't get the weirdos in here. Hopefully it works. Fingers crossed. A special shout out to, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. Something happened to my volume. Wait, were you guys able to hear it though, at least? My mic died. Okay, you can hear me. Okay. All right, sorry about that, you guys. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, it freaking died. My phone's almost dead too. Okay, so as long as you could still hear. Okay, good. Okay, thank God. Whew. That would have pissed me off. All right, I love you. Thank you again to my wonderful mods, Lori, Kinez, and Complexity. Thank you to all of my super chatters. Thank you to everybody that came in today. I love you to pieces, and please take care of yourselves. Bye for now.